Boom. Yo, it's Marky Mark Terror Roll. I'll be here. Just give me a second. I just gotta do one day. Come on, Dave. Come on. I'll be there. Just give me a sec. Just gotta do one thing here. That. Just working on my other computer, waiting for this thing to download. Be here 2 seconds. Okay. All right. Just check this one thing here. Coming. I'll be there in 2 seconds. Just gotta do something here. Other computer. Right. Alright. I'll be there in 2 seconds. Come on, hurry up, thing. Alright. Just give me a sec. I'll be right there. That's my dog snoring. If you hear him, that's her. She don't stop snoring all day. Just waiting for my other computer to download. I'll be right there. Come on, hurry up, thing. Just keep snoring. Okay. Alright. Fine. Download it. Good. Already. Alright. I'm here. Damn thing. So annoying. Just can't believe that. What a biatch. Hope and pray. Where's the lady? I know anytime. I can't believe how cheap that is. Hey, Charlene, happy holidays. How are you? Did you have a good Christmas? Long time to see. If you hear snoring, that's my dog in the background. She just loves to snore away. Yeah, my Christmas was good. I had my mom, my dad, my sister, my nephews, my brother, and my nephews, his kids came over for lunch yesterday, and we had a good time. Talked a lot, had a few laughs, watched some basketball on TV. It was nice and quiet. It was a nice, quiet Christmas. It was no, even my neighborhood was quiet. Like nobody had parties. You didn't hear nobody like saying anything. No cars around. It was weird. It was like a very quiet Christmas. I guess everybody in my neighborhood went to someone else's house this year. Because usually every Christmas, like my neighborhood, like it's got a lot of people and they will have parties and there's cars everywhere. This year it was like nothing, nothing at all. I was very shocked. Both of my neighbors who have Christmas like we do and have their whole family over didn't have it this year. So I was like, nice. This is beautiful. It's such a great Christmas. So yeah, I love when it's quiet. I love when my neighbors don't have parties because it's aggravating. They make a whole pile of noise and cars everywhere blocking the entrance and blocking the gates. It's annoying. I think like 2 years ago we had to like beep our way out of here. It was so annoying. But yeah, this year was very quiet. I was shocked, but it was good. It was a good quiet. Well, okay, good. It rained in like the morning time, and then in the afternoon it cleared up, and it was like sunny. I mean, yeah, sunny rest of the day. So it's nice and cool in the 60s here. So everything worked out. It was a good Christmas. Good. Today was a good Boxing Day. I unboxed some of the gifts that I got myself and put it all. I got like a big a box full of pots and pans. I bought like a new set of pots, pans, and spatulas and all sorts of spoons and things. I had to upgrade. I had my shit for like forever. So I got rid of my old pots and pans and got new ones. Had sorted it all out, cleaned up my kitchen area. Just stay at home and just clean things, wash clothes. I had a nice day all to myself finally. I did nothing for nobody else but myself. I didn't even have to cook. I just had leftovers, heated it up, and that's it. So I had a nice day. Oh, nice. Yeah, here it was like here it was 62 last night, and tonight's it's 63, so it's almost the same thing. It's really nice here. The lowest we've had is like 57, which is nice. Like I had my windows open and it was perfect. It's a nice cool breeze, not too cold. It's nice. Yeah, leftovers for me. I had turkey again with mac and cheese. It was so nice. Some potatoes left over, ham, had a little bit of everything. This morning, what I did, well, this between morning and lunch, I didn't really have morning. I didn't really have breakfast, but I had like breakfast, lunch, all in one. And I took some of the ham and I cut it all up in pieces and I fried it a bit, and then I added 2 eggs to it and made an omelet with cheese. And that was my lunch with an avocado, and it was really good. And then this for lunch, I just had leftovers, turkey and mac and cheese and potatoes. So it was nice. I enjoyed it. I love leftovers. I can eat it all the time. I don't waste food. I know a lot of people out there don't have good food, so I don't waste it. I make sure I eat it and, you know, make sure I don't go to waste. I gave some to my dog. Now she's behind me snoring. She goes crazy when she smells mac and cheese and ham and turkey. She goes nuts. My old dog used to do that too. He used to go crazy when he saw mac and cheese and oh, oh nice, nice, nice. Sounds good. Yeah, it's it. This time of year, everybody always eats like so good, and it's always good food. And I was telling everybody yesterday, my mom makes homemade stuffing, and it's so good. It was just all around good food. We had a lot of desserts, chocolate cake, brownies. My mom made rice pudding. She made like pound cake. My sister made banana bread with chocolate chips. All sorts of crap. Um, what do you call this? Shortbread butter cookies. Oh my god, I gotta go on a diet starting next week. And that's gonna be my New Year's resolution is to lose some weight. I was doing so good, and then Christmas came, so I gotta lose what I just gained. So annoying. That's why I can't stand holidays sometimes. It's like an excuse to eat and go against your diet. But it's all good. Just have to work it off. That's all. No big deal. But otherwise, that it was nice. It was a good Christmas. I didn't hear of any bad news or anybody on the streets, had accidents or anything. I haven't heard any news, nothing serious. So it's good. I'm glad. Usually people get drunk and crazy. I didn't hear any bad things this week, this last 2 days. That's good. You made cheesecake. Oh, yummy. I love cheesecake. I miss cheesecake, but I try not to eat it too much because it like destroys my stomach. 12 different cookies and 6 different chocolate. Oh wow. That's that's a good dessert. Yeah, my mom had all these different cookies. She made sugar cookies. My other sister, well, I have two sisters. My older sister, she made like these chocolate cookies with like this frosting, like sugar frosting or whatever it is. Can't remember what you call it, but she made those. She made M&M cookies. And my younger sister, she made brownies, chocolate cake. My mom made the rice pudding. We had like so many desserts, it was ridiculous. I made 2 pans of my contribution was making 2 pans of macaroni and cheese. My other sister made the ham. My mom made the turkey and potatoes. Everybody, pitched in some. We had fresh green beans. I haven't had that in a long time, so that was good. We had cassava pie. I don't know what you know. I don't know if you know what that is, but here in Bermuda we have like a tradition on Christmas time. We make cassava pie, and it's really good. Some people make it with pork, ham, chicken. Oh, it depends. You can put whatever you want in there, really. We also have like farine pie. There's so many different things. Oh my god. Yeah, it was nice. Everybody pitched in, made something, bring something. So it was good. My brother, he didn't bring anything but himself, but an empty stomach, because he doesn't make anything. He just shows up. You never heard of that pie? Yeah, cassava pie. Cassava. Cassava pie. Look it up. It's really good. It's really, really good. It's like a sweet pie with chicken in it. And what you do is when you put it in the fridge, after you make it, you put it in the fridge and you can just cut pieces and you know, you fry it up the next day. You just put some butter in the pan. You just sear it for like, like 2 minutes on each side so it gets a little golden brownish. Then once it's heated up from being in the fridge, you pan, like you say, you pan fry and you put it on your plate and you just eat it. It's delicious. What I do is I fry up a couple pieces for lunch and I add like a fried egg to it or two eggs sometimes. Or I just fry up bacon, eat bacon with it. It all depends. Some people just eat it plain. I like to like eat it with an egg, fried egg, and just cut the egg up and eat it with it. But everybody has their methods of eating it. Some people put chicken in it, some people put pork in it, some people put nothing in and nothing in that at all, no meat. They just make just the cassava and they have it like on the side with like um chili or something like that. It looks something like cornbread, but not really. It's a lot softer and uh, tastier. Yeah, that's like our tradition here. We make cassava pie. People make it all year round, but usually Christmas time, everybody makes it. So my mom and my sister made it this year. Um, I might make it again next week for New Year's Day because everybody likes it. So it's like when we make it, it's like yes, cool, we can eat that. It's like a simple meal to eat at lunch. It's really nice. Like when you eat it at lunch, you're like, yeah, cool. This tastes really good. So like if it's nice to, it's just something that you can just pull out of the fridge in a container, cut a few slices, pan fry it for a couple minutes, and that's it. You don't put it in the microwave. I rather you just it's best pan fry it. So that's how you heat it back up. Otherwise, that it was tons of food for my family's pretty big, so there was a lot of people to feed. I think it's like let me see, yes, 14, yeah, 14 of us altogether. So all 14 of us all 14 of us weren't here. It was 10 during lunch, and then another four came. My sister and her husband and two kids came out for dinner. So it was a little bit of each, but it was nice. It's nice seeing everybody. Even though I don't get along with some family members, but it's a peaceful time. We put set aside all the animosity and grudges for a couple hours, and we just go about our business. Otherwise, that same shit, different day. Yeah, it's nice to have everybody together, even though some of us don't get along. But it's only for a few hours. Everybody, whoever doesn't like each other, avoids each other. The house is pretty big where we have it at, so everybody's separated. Be here, be there. Whatever. Like none of us want to kill each other or anything like that, or argue with each other. It's just some of us are not fond of each other. Can't always be perfect, but yeah, it was fine. Nothing happened. It was all good. Nothing bad happened. That's the main thing. Main thing is nothing bad happened. That's the blessing of it all. Good thing is my parents were here and they've had a rough year. The beginning of the year, they had a car accident. Then my mom was recovering already from a broken arm. Everything that bad happened could have happened to them. So like They both fell last week. My dad hurt his knee. My mom hurt her arm. So like every day there's some shit that happens, but the main thing is they're okay. So that's the main thing is they're both okay and they're all right, which is good. But they're getting old and stubborn and they just don't care about themselves too much. They've pretty much like, oh well, fuck it, who cares? That they got that weird attitude, like, oh, I don't care anymore, man. I'm like, what do you mean you don't care anymore? Oh well, if we die, we die. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, stop talking like that. But that's how they are. They're weird like that. Tamara Thomas signed helmet for her son. She videoed while he opened it. She put it on Facebook and it went viral. Oh wow. Oh wow. That's cool. That's cool. My sister is like your parents. That's really nice. That's cool. I've heard that name before. Thurman Thomas. Yeah, football running back. Yeah, Buffalo Bills. Yeah, I knew that name. That name was familiar because I watch American football, but I've heard of that. That's why I had to Google it real quick. I was like, I know who this name is. I said, that's cool. That's really nice. Cool. Nice. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah, I remember him. But as soon as I had to Google it first, then when I saw his face, I was like, oh yeah, I remember this guy. Yeah. The running backs and the quarterbacks usually get all the fame and glory and highlights. Yeah, I'm a Patriots fan, so I've always been like a Tom Brady. I've been Tom Brady all my life since he's been in the league. I'm a Boston fan anyway. I'm Boston everybody. Yeah, I know. Patriots suck this year, so you guys can bash the Patriots this year. You know, it's all good. You know, we've been winning for years, so we've been rubbing it in you guys' faces. You can have this year to rub it in our faces and boo us and talk shit. It's all good. I can take it. I can dish it and take it. It's all good. But I miss the Patriots team. Nothing lasts forever, but we had a really good dynasty. You know, I love Brady and Gronk and Edelman and can't even speak. Edelman and Randy Moss was one of my favorites. Actually, Randy Moss was one of my favorite running backs ever. When I first watched American football, before I liked the Patriots, I used to like the Minnesota Vikings when Randy Moss was playing. I was like, who the heck is this guy? And I was like, this guy is awesome. I said I didn't even watch American football like years ago. Like I wasn't really into it. I like baseball, basketball, and football, like soccer and hockey. I don't really like American football back in the day. I like it now. I'll watch it, but I'm not really like I watched the game yesterday. I don't know. I can't remember. I know we just played the Broncos and beat them finally because I haven't been watching I watched the games, but when the Patriots this is like the worst year I've ever seen them in my life. Yeah, we play the Bills on Sunday. We play the Bills on Sunday at 2 o'clock my time. Then we play the Jets the last game. So there's only two more games left. We play the Bills and we play the Jets. So we should win both games. We beat the Bills the first time. We beat the Bills back in October by 4. That's when we actually won some games in the very beginning. But yeah, we beat the Bills already this year. You beat us last year. We beat you this year already. We're gonna beat you again. Yeah. I couldn't believe we won last night. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, it's a must do game for you guys. For us, it doesn't really, get us anywhere. We're not going to the playoffs this year. This hasn't happened in like years. Sometimes I hide my Patriots stuff. I haven't even worn my Patriots stuff this year, like this season. I mean, like I can't even wear this shit. Like people are gonna laugh at me. I'm like, you're for the Patriots? Ah, you suck. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, we should let you in, but probably not. We have to win. We didn't let the Broncos win last night. They needed to win too. It's always like that. Like the teams that are not doing good, you're like, yeah, we'll beat them, and then you end up losing. It's like, damn it. But my teams are doing my Celtics are doing really good. They're first place. They got the best record, so I'm happy. They won yesterday. The Red Sox sucked this year. They didn't do anything decent. They were trash. The Patriots are really bad. The Bruins are doing really good, even though they lost the last two games. But we're still up there in the ranks. I think we're still first in our division. So the Bruins and the Celtics are doing good. Red Sox and the Patriots were really bad this year. Yes, Big Poppy. Yeah. Big Poppy, my boy. Yeah. I saw him at a Celtics game one time. I saw him right up close. I was sitting like, he was front row, obviously. He was at the game. And him, Robert Kraft, and a few other like celebrities were all in the front row. I went to a game in Easter one time. It was about, I think it was like 2013. I went and I went to see the Celtics play LeBron, and he we won the game at the last like couple minutes, and he was there, and the camera was on him. I was like, I looked right at him. I was like, yeah. And he was like looking in my direction. I didn't meet him, but I saw him though. I was pretty close to him. I was about maybe 30 feet from him. Okay, cool. Hey, Yvette. You fell asleep. I was like, Yvette, you can ask your question. Yvette, you there? I even typed. I was like, maybe she can't hear me. And I know why you couldn't hear me, but I left a message for you like at the end of the live. I was like, if you listen to me, Yvette, you can email me your question, but I never got an email from you. I haven't even checked my email, to be honest. I don't even know. But I figured that you'll come back anyway. So that's cool. I know we're cool like that. I know you would have been like, hey, where did you go? Yeah. There you go. That's good. Cool. He was knocked out. Savannah Bananas. Yeah, you can ask now. Sure. I'll answer your question now. That's fine. Absolutely. That's the good thing about Christmas and like Boxing Day and stuff. Like all these games are on, so it's like you never get bored. Like I like basketball the most. So I was watching basketball. I was watching soccer today. American football I watched as well. Watched the Patriots and stuff. It was like all day, every day, all sports. So, and I watch other teams play too. I just don't watch my team. I watch sports all day. Today I watched a lot of soccer. So it was nice. I had a good time, and all my teams won. So that's a great Christmas. All my teams won, except for the Bruins. But they didn't play on Christmas. They played the day before, but they lost. Idiots. Yeah, after Christmas, all my teams won. It's a good Christmas. And I've been online today looking at all the sales. It's like so many sales right now. It's ridiculous. It's like everything's on sale, and I'm like, well, I already bought my shit now. I don't want to buy anything else. And I'm like, oh man, why did you have to have sales now? Like this. Okay. You said, well, I'm going to ask a track for one for me. I've had an unfortunate relationship with my dad. He's not stable across the board and it's just stuck. He texted me yesterday for Christmas. I haven't heard from him since my B day. How will this relationship play out with he and I? Yeah, that's unfortunate. I complain about my dad every day of how he is, and I've complained about my dad my whole life. He's not a bad person. He's just very stubborn, annoying, controlling. Uh, but I tolerate him. He's 80 years old now, and he's a pain in my ass. And he always wants me to do shit for him. And we have a good relationship. It's just sometimes I want to you know, tell him how I really feel about him. I do sometimes, but I shouldn't. But yeah, a lot of dads are a pain in the ass. I feel like it's going around and around in a circle. I feel like your dad is very uncertain about the outlooks of what he does and what he says. He feels kind of weak, and he feels like he's lost his friendship with people and with you and with other people and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Um, I also feel like he might be kind to you, but he might not really be generous, but he might be kind and try and be cool to you because he knows he's made mistakes. He knows that you think, he knows that you're suspicious of him. He doesn't want you to feel like you have to be vulnerable or anything like that to him, to talk to him and stuff like that. I also feel like he's very weak and frail, and he's not really himself. Like he's not really in a good place in his life. Um, I mean, in the next month or so, I feel like it's gonna stay the same. Like it's not gonna be anything great. Like he's not gonna really go out of his way to be cool with you or anything like that. But I think that he will try. But that's about it. Like he knows that He knows the outcome of everything. He knows that everything is the way it is and he can't change it. Um, I think he's trying to come to a conclusion that, nothing's going to change. There's nothing he can do to make things change in his mind. You know what I mean? So it just looks like he's uncertain, like he doesn't know what to do, like he can't make the effort. I had to remove myself from that side of the fam too. It's just horrible how stuck he is. He feels that he can't. Yeah. But that's what I get. Like he's just like he feels defeated. He feels like he can't get out of the rut that he's in and he can't do anything to save anything now. It's too late. Some people just give up. It's like my dad's the same way. He's not health wise, he's not that doing that great, but he can get better, but he chooses not to. He's just a stubborn mule, you know. I even call him a jackass sometimes because that's what he is. He just doesn't give a fuck about his body and he doesn't care about himself. And I tell him all the time, you're your own worst enemy. You just don't listen. You're stubborn as shit. Like that era of like that age group is just they just like don't give a shit. But he feels at a loss. He feels defeated. He feels like he can't do anything to get you, you know. Yeah. Yeah, it is sad, but there's nothing you can do about it because like as I see in the cards, he's very frail and he feels like, I've made so many mistakes, I'm paying for it now. Like he feels like he's getting his karma. He can't like be foolish to think that if he's good to you that you're gonna be like, oh yay dad, you're so great now. He knows that it ain't gonna change anything. Like he's pretty much like giving up on himself. He's waiting to like die. Just like my parents, they're like, oh, we want to die, fuck it, we don't want to be here in the world no more, life is shitty, my whole body's deteriorated, blah blah blah. And I'm looking at him like, huh, the fuck are you talking about? Why would you want to like leave the earth? You have your family here. You're not in the hospital. What the fuck is your problem? So yeah, my parents are the same. And, yeah, I don't see it like getting better. To be honest, Yvette, I just think that it's a circle of shit. Like it just keeps going around, around, around. At least he talks to you. I guess that's all you can ask is for that he taxes you Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday. At least he does that. Some fathers don't even do that. Like he thinks that he keeps making mistakes and he doesn't know what to do. And that's what I keep getting. He makes repeat errors, repeated mistakes. Nothing goes right. Like he feels like, that because of his choices and because of his life, people just always are gonna be suspicious of him. Like, oh yeah, you left your wife and your daughter, your whatever. And he left you and your mom left them, him, whatever. And he never probably fought for anything. And then he just feels like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I can't do anything with my life. So I got him reversed here, and he's like he feels lost, he feels defeated, he feels weak, he feels uncertain, he feels like he has no friends, he feels like he just wants to die and go, and that's it. And if he tries to be kind, he's gonna feel foolish because he's like, if I'm kind to Yvette, where is it gonna get me? She's gonna be like, yeah, he must want something. Or like, why is he being kind now? You should have done that a long time ago. Like he's always like feeling like you might be suspicious of his kindness or his generosity or him trying to make conversation or him like texting or whatever. So I don't know if you feel that way, but he thinks you might feel that way. But I get that he's in a bad place. Like he's not really doing too good. He's weak and frail and he's like nothing's going on. Yeah. Well, I can give you plenty of stories and examples of people that I know and myself. My brother, he had two boys with a woman and she cheated on him 5 years ago and he got a divorce and she left the kids and him to defend themselves and she went out with her boyfriend and still is. And 5 years later, she started to talk to the boys again and took them to dinner the other day after 5 years. And the boys didn't even want to go. They were like, fuck you, bitch. We ain't going nowhere with you. But she begged them because she finally got a new car and took him for a drive and took him to go get dinner and interrogated him the whole time like an idiot. And then this year, um, in January, my brother-in-law left my sister and cheated on her and left the kids and her all in this house. And he hasn't spoke to his children face to face in 7 months. Great people, huh? And it's not just men, it's women too. It's both. It's pathetic ass people in the world. It's really sad because here I am. I would love to have children. I would love to have a wife. I would love to have that life. But for what? So I can see that happen to me? Fuck that. I'd rather be by myself, love my nephews and my family and my friends and my parents and fuck everybody. I don't even want that life. But like I said, miracles do happen. So if one day I meet somebody and that happens, then I'll be happy. If not, it's all good. I know there's always going to be a risk. But my dad was a pain in the ass when I was young. He didn't want me to go anywhere. He locked us all up in the house. He didn't want nobody to go anywhere. And, he locked us out of the house if we came past our curfew. And he just did a lot of stupid shit that didn't make no sense. And he probably feels like an idiot right now because he did all of that. Nothing happened to us, but whatever. Some people never learn. Yeah. Yep. He definitely feels defeated and he feels like, his mindset is like, I have no I'm just uncertain about my future and my outlook on life. But you know what? It's his bad decisions. The cards are saying his bad decisions in life is what making him feel that way. So if you made bad decisions, why you didn't correct them? I always feel like, when a father abandons their child, you know, you can always come back, and prove to your children that, or prove to your child that, hey, look, I made a huge mistake. Just hear me out. Like, I know what your mom told me about me, and it's all true. Yes, I am no fucking idiot, but I just want to let you know that, this, and this. Like, I'm sorry. I know it's not enough, but at least like, something like, fuck, give like your kid some type of reassurance. Hey, Jessica, what's up, sweetie? So like, I just don't understand how a father or a mother can do that to their children. Like, you bring these kids into the world? Like, who the fuck are you? Like, and it's happened a lot, and I see a lot of people come on here and say the same thing. So it's not just us. It's the whole world's like that. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like I just don't understand how you can make children and don't care about them. Like that's your flesh and blood. So you're gonna let these kids suffer, or let their mom take care of them, right? She pushed them out in 9 months. What if you was the other way around? Would you like it? Probably not. But I can't even complain about men like that because women are the same. I know a lot of women who abandon their children. A lot of women get abortions and abandon their children and shit. So they're just as guilty. People in general, not just male and female, but people all around are just fucking idiots. They just make the stupidest decisions with relationships, marriages, parenting. It's just disgusting. It's just, I don't understand people anymore. I never did. And everybody always says, Mark, you always say you hate people. I said, yeah, I do. Because people make it difficult for everybody else, you know? And like when it comes to children and things, I don't like when people abandon their children. That shit really pisses me off. I can't stand that shit. That ain't happening. Like if you're a worthless dad or mom, you're worthless to me, period. There is no explanation for you. You're just deleted from my life. Darn message. Yeah, yeah. That's one thing that I try to avoid actually, and people get mad at me when I say it, but I try to avoid single women with a kid because you're going to encounter problems, you know? And you're going to encounter a problem because that woman is always going to love their child more than you, and that's okay. I'm cool with that. That woman's always going to have a baby daddy, that's the father of that child. So when you're around that child, he's going to try and make life difficult for you, for that child, or for the baby mom, right? So if you hear snoring in the background, it's my dog. Okay, it's not me making noises, but it's her. Okay, um, and that's the thing. Like how if you're gonna make all these choices about who you're gonna be with, then it's not always necessarily a bad thing to get in a relationship with a single parent woman. A single parent or whatever. It's not a bad thing. It's just that it can be a bad thing if you're in a bad situation. But if the father of the to me, if I'm dating a woman that has a child, I don't really care as long as I love her and I care about her and I'll love her child just like my own because that's who I am, right? That's if that child gives me the time of day. He might say, "Look, I don't need another daddy. Fuck you." Or like he might say, "Hey, look, you can date my mom, but don't talk to me. I don't care about who she's dating or who you're with or whatever. You're with my mom. I don't care." Shit like that. Or like, "Oh, my dad told me not to speak to you," or some shit like that. You always got to go through some bullshit. And then you can also say, "Well, Mark, guess what? If you date someone that doesn't have kids, you still go through bullshit because that person can cheat on you, even if there's no kids involved." So it's like you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. And that's the reality of it all. But getting into that situation is always like it's a problem because you can get a crazy baby daddy that's gonna come after you and shit. "Oh, you dating my baby mama?" "Yeah." "Wow." He beat the shit out of you, kill you, stab you. "You can't fuck my girl." There's some crazy ass people out there, like. So like you're always at a risk, no matter what. It's sad, but that's how life is now and always has been. My dad told me not too long ago that his grandfather, right, which is my great grandfather, got a divorce, got remarried, and had two kids and from one wife and two kids from another. So hundreds of years ago, this shit was happening already. So there is it's life. You know, some people say, "Oh, it's worse now." Man, it's been like that. It's been like that hundreds and hundreds of years now. Same shit, different day. That's all it is. And back then, it was probably worse. You know, people think it's worse now. I don't know about that. I think it was always bad. It's always bad. It's just that we experience it. We experience it through our lifetime. But people have been experiencing those things. Even when I was in school, like 30 years ago, when I was in school, you know, you know, um, I had to deal with that shit with my friends that had divorces, and I would come to school, be like, "What's wrong, bro?" "Oh, my mom and dad got into a fight. They're getting a divorce." I'm like, "Oh, fuck, man. I'm sorry to hear that." And they would ask me, "Oh, does your mom and dad fight?" I'm like, "No." "Your mom and dad's together?" I'm like, "Yeah." They don't fight. I'm like, "No." I'm like, "No." I'm saying my parents are still together after 50 something years. Like my parents, no, I never seen them like go at each other or fight or leave each other or something like that. Not my parents, thank God. But some people they see bullshit. They see the young and the restless live right in their house. It's sad. And then people say, well, God gives these people kids. I'm like, yeah, well, they make the kids, you know, that's their problem. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just push past it. At the end of the day, what I feel a lot is a lot of single parent, like single parents and their kids come out to be just fine. Like those are the kids that actually come out in like an empowerment. Like, yeah, I didn't have my dad growing up. Fuck him. My mom, was my mom and my dad, and I came out just fine. We worked together and we did this and we did that. We came through the struggle. Now we're fine. There's a lot of stories like that where it's just meant to be. That's your path. That was your life. It was your mom or dad's bad decision to be with somebody. But the main blessing was you came into the earth. But you have free will. So you can do whatever you want. You either see the person who left you or you don't, or you care about them or you don't. And who cares if they're your father or your mother? If they're irrelevant, they're irrelevant. That's just my opinion. It's like me, I have three siblings, a brother and two sisters. I only talk to my youngest sister. My older brother, I barely talk to him, probably once or twice a year. Like yesterday, I spoke to him during Christmas, but that was about it. Like I don't associate with him like that. And my older sister, I don't even like. I'd rather not look at her at all because of her selfishness and her stupidity. But I can't change nobody, and I don't try to either. I just go about my business. There's some uncle and aunts I don't speak to. There's some cousins I don't care about. I don't give a fuck about you. As long as I'm doing what I have to do, I could care less about you and my family or whoever. I don't give a shit. Anything that matters to me is me and my family. My parents and my sister, my nephews, they mean everything to me. I don't care. You can be my family or not. Fuck you. I don't care. Man, I'm gonna go to sleep every night. Nothing on my conscience. Yeah, exactly. So, your mom deserves it. A lot of moms deserve a medal. I've always been in favor of a woman because no man knows what it's like to bear a child. No man knows what it's like to go through those feelings and emotions for 9 months. And how would you feel if you lost a baby halfway through? How would you feel if you gave birth to a baby that was fucked up, that had some bad shit happen to him? Like people don't think about that shit. They just think, oh yeah, I'm fortunate to have this and that. But what about all the bad shit that can happen? A lot of people like don't understand life, you know. And you don't have to have a child to understand. You just know, like what's right and what's wrong and what's good and what's bad. I know a lot of my friends they have like children who have autism, and that's fucked up. Like they got to go through all this shit, and some of them don't have help. The fathers don't care, mothers don't care, siblings don't care. You know, it's a sad thing in the world. Yeah. So we all, this has been like the conversations a lot these past few weeks. I've had people come in here and say the same thing. Oh, don't worry, Mark. I'm like that with my siblings. I don't speak to them, or I hate my dad, or I hate my mom, or that my brother did this, or they're fighting over inheritances and fighting over shit that don't make no sense. And somebody robbed this person, somebody did that, and oh, this person did this, and I'm like, oh God. I thought I had it, bad with my siblings and family. Look, these people got it worse than me. I'm like, oh well. But my advice to everyone is take care of yourself. Who cares about everybody else? You got to take care of yourself, number one. And you take care of the people who take care of you. So if your mom takes care of you, you take care of her. to the day she dies. Don't give up on the people who wouldn't give up on you. If you know that person is gonna do for you that like you would do for them, then those are the people you should have in your life and cater to. Never do shit for people who don't do nothing for you. You're gonna find yourself in a bind, in a hole, in debt, or going through fucking emotional stress and confusion over people who don't even matter. Yeah. Let them be somebody else's problem, not yours. I know it's sad sometimes to think or to say that, but you have to do what's right for you and the people you love. Otherwise, don't do shit for the outside people. Welcome. You're not here on earth to be what Jesus was. That was his job to help everybody and to try and make things better. Our job is just to be, we have free will to do what we want. You want to do that, go ahead. Not my problem. But my advice is not to. You're welcome, sweetheart, no problem. Jessica, I see that you donated. Thanks, sweetie. You can go ahead and ask your question when you're ready. But that's been the topic lately is how bad people are and how fucked up people are towards their family, their children, deadbeat dads, hoe moms, like just fucked up siblings, just like people and like the people are just whack. It's like I don't know how like most people have turned to evil. Like they just rather be bad than be good. It don't make no sense. But you know what? Like I always say, you're gonna burn in hell, so nobody's gonna know who you are anyway. Once you're gone from earth, you're gonna be gone anyway. Your soul gets burnt. You're gonna go to hell anyway, so it's all good. Bye. Like my mom says, if you pay for your sins before you go, then that's a good thing. But if you don't, you know exactly where you're going. It's a button. You press it, and you go straight down. Bye. And hell don't get full. It's a never-ending furnace of fire. Burn your ass. So remember to be good and not to be bad to people. You're gonna burn. And hell's been very, very busy lately. Believe me. The devil's been very busy. He's super busy. He's gathering everybody in that hole, in that fire pit. They're all coming in. There's a lot of bad people in this world. I ain't got to worry about that. I'm good. Shout out to all the good parents. God bless you. Shout out to all the good parents. Even though my mom and dad's pain in the asses, but they're not evil, bad people. They're just stubborn and ignorant and annoying. I'd rather have stubborn, ignorant, and annoying parents than have evil parents. So they're not evil. They're good people. They're good parents. They did a lot for us, for their children, and still do. But they can be very stubborn and annoying at times. But I still love them both, especially now because they're sleeping. should always take care of your parents. They took care of you. But if you have shitty parents, then move on. And if one day you're a parent, don't be like them. Always take care of your children. Children have no fault in being in the world. All you can do is guide them, teach them the right way. It's up to them to take the right way. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. All you can do is, you did your best. So all that matters. If you're a good parent, there's a place for you in spirit. If you're not, there's definitely a guaranteed spot for you in hell next to the devil, where you belong. That's my opinion on parenting. You should be ashamed of yourself treating your children like shit. That's why I've got Uncle of the Year again this year. Okay, I'm self-proclaimed Uncle of the Year, whether you like it or not. If you think you're the Uncle of the Year, then you gotta prove to me you are. Okay, we can compare what we've done for our nephews. I don't have no nieces. We can compare what you've done. Okay, I guarantee I'll win. I'm just teasing, but yeah, I'm Uncle of the Year again, 2023. Can't take my trophy. I won again this year, whether you like it or not. God told me so. Mm-mm-mm. If anybody wants a general message, let me know. I'll give you one. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Sure, Charlene. You know what? I feel like giving you a nice spirit message today. I haven't used these cards in about maybe a month. I love these cards. They're called Postcards from Spirit. I'm in the mood to read, so you're lucky. All right, let's see what we got for you, Charlene. Okay. This is your postcard, and it's got a key on it, and it says, "Unlock your magic." And this card says, "Dear Charlene, going the extra mile to achieve your dreams and putting in some overtime will reap big rewards. Now is the time for you to act, to stir up some energy, and put those plans into action. There are many windows of opportunity that open but quickly close when you don't take the risk and go for it. Today, be confident that your hard work will pay off and you'll feel that satisfaction and fulfillment of reaching your desired outcome. It might turn out even better than you expected. Isn't that amazing? Remember, however much work you're willing to put in, we will match it in tenfold on our end in spirit. Everyone over here is rooting for you to win the game of life. Just do it. Loving you so much, Spirit. That's a cool message. I like that. I've never pulled that card for anybody. That's the first time I've seen this card. Obviously, I pull same cards, or I haven't used every single card, but yeah, this is cool. Unlock your magic. So Spirit saying, whatever you want to do, go for it, because they got your back and they'll make sure it happens. But if you don't do it, then you won't get it. So the choice is yours. You go for it, they'll go and help you. If you don't take the risk, then they're going to be like, oh, well, you snooze, you lose. Not our problem. Yeah, I like it too. It's nice. Nice card. You're welcome. I'm glad I chose this deck to give you a message. I love this deck. It's nice. I love it. Jessica, are you here or what? No, yes. I'm waiting for your question. If anybody else wants a message, I'll give you one. All right, I'll give myself a message, being that nobody else wants one. I'll give myself a message. I've been a good boy. All right. This says what? You are magic. I am? Okay, cool. I think that's what it says. Yeah, you are magic. You are magic. It's got two little babies there. All right. Dear Marky, we know everything in the universe is perfect, even in its flaws, and we view the creations of spirit in total awe. All is unique, yet part of the unity of existence. But the human experience is a little different from ours. You tend to have a specific standard for what you consider ideal, and this isn't serving you right now. So forget your idea of perfection and see through our eyes, allowing things to be as they are. Without judgment, don't wait until the perfect moment or mood to start something. Instead, enter life with all its flawlessness. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Let others be who they are too. Imperfect, and human, complex or simple. It doesn't matter. For there is always something to discover, experience, and love. When you drop the need for an ideal you, uncover the real treasure, which will be far more interesting and valuable. Loving you like crazy. Spirit. Yes, I know they love me like crazy because they bother me all day. Yeah, I know what they're talking about. I'm never going to be perfect. I try to be perfect, but I'm not. But I do try. But they're saying, Mark, you're not perfect. No one is. Just, don't worry about the flaws. Don't worry about this and that. Just do what you have to do, which I just pretty much said earlier. Yeah, sounds about right. Jessica, you said, why do you feel depressed like you do? Well, you have to answer that question. Why are you depressed? You know why? Because you think too much. Well, does work stress you out? Is work making you feel depressed? Ask yourself that. Does your finances make you feel depressed? And the other thing that might make you feel this way is because you're kind and compassionate and you mean well, you're a good friend, but sometimes you feel like you don't want to be. And sometimes you feel like being inactive and not trying to do what you need to do because you might be timid or you might have ideas, but you don't really captivate them. So it could be a mix of things, could be everything all at once. You might feel like but you're depressed because you might not have the money you want or the finances you need, or you might be dishing out and not getting nothing back, or you might feel like you're not getting ahead. Also, it could be to do with work, whereas you have a job where you're in high demand and you're always working or you're always trying to be best you can, and that makes you feel like you're not getting anywhere because you're always doing shit and not getting nothing in return. Or it's because you just are tired of doing shit for everybody else and yourself and still not seeing any results. So it could be a numerous things. But what I'm also getting here is you got to make the smart choices. You got to be you got to have strong willpower and determination. And whatever your desire is, go for that so you're not depressed. If you're going for your desires and you're doing what you desire to do, then you wouldn't be depressed. Depression is a myth in my eyes and in my mind. I'm not really depressed. I never have been. I get mad or I get annoyed or I kind of feel like I want to break shit or sometimes, but depression, no. I don't know what that is. Depression is like a form of people what that they make it seem like. It's all in your mind. That's my opinion. It's all in your mind. If you tell yourself you're depressed, you will be. If you tell yourself, hey, look, I don't want to be depressed. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to get off my ass and make shit happen, or I need to stop doing this. I need to start doing that. It's up to you. You have free will to get over the depression or the way you feel. Don't blame life, blame the way you live it. That's what I say. That's my motto. I have a few mottos, but that's one of them, yeah. I pulled that card for somebody today on Instagram. Don't blame life, blame the way you live it. Don't blame life, blame the way that you live it. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I can hear my computer making noise. It's making this weird, like humming noise. So really, it's up to you. It's up to you whether or not you want to continue to feel depressed or you feel that way. A lot of it's to do with the retrograde and just like the change of weather. not getting your way, not seeing things happen. To me, I'm frustrated because I want things to happen and they don't. And that's why I got that card just now. Spirit saying, look, it ain't gonna be perfect, bro. But perfect to me is having everything organized, and I don't have everything I need. I have everything I want, but I need things and I can't get them, or I'm waiting on other people to resolve issues so I can move forward. So I'm constantly being held back by other people. But that card is telling me, look, fuck them, just do shit anyway. And Spirit's right, because I use that as an excuse sometimes. I say to myself, you know what? I shouldn't do this yet because I don't have this yet. And I'm like, yeah, well, I can do it, but you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to wait another couple days. Whereas Spirit's telling me, don't wait. Just do it anyway. And they're right. I should. Hey, Bagaboo. Hope you had a good Christmas. Hope you got some nice presents. Yeah, it was good. I had a nice Christmas with my family. Everybody was good behavior. Everybody had good conversation. My nephews, glad you did. And my nephew showed me all their gifts and shit. Yeah, it was nice and quiet. This Christmas was quiet, decent, like no bad vibes. Everything was nice and smooth. A lot of good food, desserts, family time. It was nice. It went by quick though, which is great. That's what I like. And today I just pretty much hung out home and chilled, cleaned up my kitchen, did some things around the house, washed some clothes. Life's back to normal. Ate some leftovers, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It was a nice day today too, so I had all my windows open, airing out the house. So it was good. It's been nice. I watched football all day. Well, soccer to you guys. Did Santa Claus bring me nothing? No, that fucker didn't give me shit. I didn't really have no gifts from anybody. My sister gave me some stuff. She always gives me a gift. She got me like my favorite teams, my favorite soccer teams, one of my favorite soccer teams calendar for 2024. And she got me some cool cookies and all sorts of shit from her job. She got me like little things here and there. Um, and I bought myself a lot of shit. I was my own Santa Claus. I bought more shit for myself this year than I ever have. There's a place in Bermuda called it's like Costco's and Sam's. It's like a big warehouse full of all this cool stuff. It's called Price Right. And I went there about 3 weeks ago. It was like the first week of December, I think. And it was like it was called Pink Thursdays. It was right before Black Friday. It was Pink Thursdays. It was like a 1 day sale where they're gonna have all this shit on like ridiculous sale prices. I went there first thing in the morning. I bought an 18-piece pot and pan set that I definitely needed because all my pots and pans were like worn out. And I like to cook, so I bought all new pots and pans. I got the whole set for like $70, and now it's like a deal of the century. I unpacked it today for the first time and washed it all and put it all out and say, okay, I'm gonna start the new year off with my new shit. It's Christmas now, so I open up my gifts and put them out. I got 5 hats. I got a coffee machine. I needed a new one. I got a nice coffee machine for like $50 off. I got a lot of clothes. that I didn't need, but I got them anyway. I bought a pair of sneakers. I showed them online yesterday. I took them upstairs. I got a pair of slides. I got a shitload of stuff for myself. So I bought a lot of things for me. You know, I got my nephews some clothes. I gave one of my nephews $100 and something dollars worth of clothes. And my other nephew, he was like, I don't want clothes. I want a PlayStation card. So I gave him $100 PlayStation card. So he was happy as can be. So yeah. And I got my sister some stuff. And my parents, I gave them a lot of groceries and shit for their Christmas present. I bought groceries and I did some work around the house for them. And that was like my gift to them. So yeah, it was cool. But this year was the year I bought the most shit for myself. I spent a good couple $100 on myself. It's good. The people that normally get me gifts, I told them don't get me nothing this year. You know, just it's cool. Like I don't want to keep exchanging gifts. I know times it's hard for people. Like just spending money on you and your family, and don't worry about me and shit. Because every year, like certain people give me gifts, and I'm like, look, let's not do that this year. Like just do for your family. Like buy yourself shit. Don't worry about me. So everybody took my advice. We bought ourselves shit. That's the best gift is when you buy your own shit. Yeah, I do deserve it. So I bought all good stuff. I went online and bought a whole pile of stuff for myself. So it was nice. It was nice treating myself. Yeah, Jessica, everybody's like that right now. I just finished saying that. I mean, the main thing is we have like, food, electricity, we got money, we got a job. Those are the main essentials in life. Whatever we want's gonna eventually come. I know there's a lot of delays right now. The retrograde is the last week and it's gonna be a pain in the ass. It always goes out with a bang. I've had a few people tell me that shit's delayed. They haven't got this, haven't got that. The energy's been weird this month. It always is. Like the end of the year is always a fucking pain in the ass. Because people are like, mentally drained from the whole year. People are waiting for shit. People didn't get what they want this year. People are being reminded of things. And it's just a pain in the ass. But try to stay positive and try to stay focused on, yourself and your children. That's all that matters. Everything else will just fall into place coming in the year and in the new year. Yeah, well, that's the thing. All that stuff is all that, whether it's to do with people, whether it's to do with money, job, career, relationships, it's all like all or nothing. Like just like my card just said from spirit, like nothing's perfect, but don't try to be perfect. Just try to believe that you can get there. Just you have to be patient or just take life into your own hands and do what you got to do to make yourself happy. It's a pain in the ass, but I always look at the brighter side of things. I'm not in the hospital. I'm here talking to you. I'm not sick. I'm here. I'm good. I just had Christmas with my family. I could have had Christmas in jail for beating up somebody or killing somebody or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's always like you can always think of life in different ways. Yes, we want things. Yes, we need things, but sometimes that shit ain't gonna happen when you want it. It just happens when you least expect it, or it happens when it's supposed to happen. So it's a pain in the ass. But this year is also good. I mean, this time of year is also a good time because you're getting to the end of the year and you're gonna say, well, next year I'm going to do this, this, and this. So you're already setting your goals and your desires for next year, the week before the year is finished. So we only have, Sunday is the last day of the year. So now we can all reflect on what type of year we had, make better plans, make better decisions, make intelligent choices, and go for it. Don't hold back no more. Yeah, that'll be cool. Back in, I feel like you should be. People admire you, people love you, people care about you. People support you and they're always in your room and doing things. So why not? Why not? I said this year that I was gonna be more active because the last 2 years I wasn't really as active as I should be, and I'm glad I did. I feel so much better being on here every night or as much as I can. I try to be here every night, but not every night, but I'm trying to be here as much as I can. And I'm usually on here for like 2, 3 hours every night, like I used to be. Like I feel like I'm myself again. And I had like a lot of work and people just aggravate me and fucking idiots everywhere and shit. But um now everything's back to normal. I love being on here. I love talking on here and having fun, talking shit to people, we all have our issues, we can vent, people can help each other. Other people in here have same problems. Makes you feel like, that, it's not only you out there in the world. Everybody's got fucking issues and got situations. It makes you, when you talk to multiple people all over the world, it makes me realize that life isn't that bad, compared to other people. Like I don't compare my life to anybody else, but I just hear what people say and I'm like, fuck, I thought I had it bad. Or I thought this was bad in my life. This person has it twice as bad. Like I couldn't imagine living that life or going through this person, what they went through or shit like that. So it makes you open your eyes to realize that, there's billions of people out there and the few people that you talk to, they can, and they have a good time, it's nice. And when their life is good, it's good. But when it's bad, try and be there for that person or that friend or, just comfort them or be cool with them. And people confide in these chat rooms and people that are in it. People make friends and it changes your life. It's definitely changed my life in the past 6 years. I've had this channel for 4 years, but 2 years before I had it, I was in other chat rooms and people would be like, you know, going through the same situations, and everybody helped me realize that, not to keep my head down, to keep my head high, and don't worry about the relationship I just got out of. And, people motivate you, talk to you, and then you link up with them in other social media platforms. You become friends, things like that. Like you can talk to each other. It's like a big community full of decent people. Obviously, there's going to be one or two idiots here and there, but it helps. People get, people help. People are good. There's a lot of people out there that can give you insight and advice. Yeah, exactly. People are always that people who evolved, and other psychics can help you, and it's nice. It's like nice to be around good people, and it's nice to be around like a lot of people that are good. I've met so many decent people, and I've met a lot of fucking idiots too. So I just siphon them all out through the drain. The good ones stay, and the bad ones are gone. Hey, Marley, how you doing? Yes, I just got it. Thanks. Becca? My daughter? My daughter Becca. Becca, you know my friend Marley. Oh, you know each other? Oh, cool. Marley's funny as fuck. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I gave her a mediumship reading in her room live one day, and she almost shit herself. So we've been friends ever since. Yeah, Becca knows the deal. I'm glad to have you guys in my life. You guys are good people. We always have good laughs. That's all that matters. I love everybody that comes in here. We all laugh. We have fun. Everybody's like on that, that vibe where we can all talk shit and we can also be serious. So it's nice. I like hanging out with everybody and having talking shit to other readers and having fun and going in their room talking shit and reading for each other. Like that shit's cool. Like it should be that way. We should all be helping each other. It's nice. Makes me feel happy to have people who are like actually have fun and like and can be serious at the same time. So it's cool. All right. So what you want? What can I do for you, Marley? All right. Marley says so. There's this dude that I've worked with for 3 years that I friend zoned. He's awesome, but I'm scared of love. Is he just a heartbreaker? I know you give it to me, truth. Okay, yeah, we can check. Friend zoned. Ouch. Guys don't like that. But that's cool. As long as you're still friends. You know. He never gives up. Hey, well, that means he wants, that means he wants you. If a guy doesn't give up, that's a good man. But it all depends on what he's given up, what he's never given up on. He might. We'll find out. We'll find out if he just wants coochie, or does he want your heart. We gotta check. Can't let nobody hurt my Marley. My Becca, and my women in here. I ain't gonna let you get hurt. So I'll beat the shit out of them. Yeah. You gotta go through me first. I gotta be the stamp of approval. If I smell a fucking snake, and I'm gonna tell you. All right, let's check. All right. Tell me something. Does this guy? I even told him I read tarot to see if he was scared. That shit ain't gonna scare him. Tell me something. Does this guy have like the same type of color hair you do, like dirty blonde, and he's got like a little beard. He's got like a beard, and he's got like decent amount of hair, not too much, but like short, but not like it looks good. Is that him? I see a guy like that around you. He has dark hair and he's tan. Okay, so this must be another guy then. I see another guy around you. He's got like blue eyes. He's got dirty blonde hair and he's got like a beard and he has his hair like slicked back a bit. Maybe might be another guy that likes you. That sounds like his son. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a young guy, yeah. Well, if I just describe it and then hmm. Does your son know this guy? Does your son know this guy? Maybe your son's like, yeah, don't talk to my mom, I'll kick your ass. And I see that guy around you. So I don't know if your son's with you all the time, but could be him. I see the person around you. All right. Well, it seems like this guy is a loyal person. Like, all right, Becca, good seeing you, sweetheart. Take care. Um, I feel like this guy is a good guy. I feel like you can trust him, and I feel like he's very consistent and he has good intentions. Um, the thing is he thinks that you restrain yourself from being around him or being with him. He thinks you're hiding your emotions. He thinks that you like him and you want to be with him. He really does think that. And that's why he's being persistent. And that's why he never gives up because he knows deep down inside that you have feelings for him. He can sense it, he can feel it. But he thinks that, like, he thinks that you're hiding your emotions. But if you guys were to date, I feel like it's going to be like an experience that you might not like. Yeah. I feel like you're going to be let down at the end of the day. I feel like you'd rather be alone. You'd rather be, you can't understand people. There might be like some conflict of interest where you guys are friends, but you know that if you got more than that, then it would be like, you'd be like, well, I have to deal with that shit if I go out with them. Good night, Charlene. Take care. You're welcome and thank you too. So like there's like a conflict of interest. Like you might not be able to work with him in a relationship. Like you might work with him at work, but in a relationship it's not gonna work. And you know that. That's why you haven't made that choice. But he's a good person. It's just that in a relationship it'll be a lot different than work related things. Like you can tolerate him at work, but being with him all day, every day will probably not be your cup of tea. So there's a difficulty in understanding each other. Like you don't really understand like how it's going to work, or you don't really, or he maybe not understand your way of life. Um, I feel like the opportunity is there, but you feel like it's bad luck, like it's not a good thing to do. And you're right, because you'll get let down at the end of the day. I mean, at the end of the day, he's a trusted friend. He can be a good friend, but that's about it. I don't see no love relationship potential here that's going to work in long term. So, whatever your intuition is telling you is right. And I feel like you'll be the one who gets hurt at the end of the day, not him. Like, I feel like you are like, I feel like it's only going to hurt if you lose him as a friend and as a lover. It'll hurt you overall. You'll be like, see, I knew I should have fucking listened to myself. I knew I shouldn't have dated this guy. That's why I didn't. Now that I did, I lost him as a friend and as a boyfriend as well. So, all around, I made a bad decision. So it's kind of like I don't feel like he's a bad person. I just feel like it's a bad decision to be in a relationship with this person because of the conflict of interest, the differences, Just like not like, you won't be clicking on all cylinders. Like, I know he acts like he wants to be in a relationship with you and he doesn't give up, but I just think that, he just thinks you're the type of person that controls the situation well. You have courage. Like, he thinks you're very confident. He thinks you're like accomplished and you put in the action and he likes your energy. But I really don't think that I think that he knows that in a relationship it ain't gonna work because of the differences or the cultures or whatever the fuck he's thinking or whatever it is. You don't have to elaborate. Like, I can see like that. Another thing is like, he knows if it doesn't work, he's gonna lose. Like, you won't be friends. And I also feel like his intentions is good, but he doesn't really. He knows that he knows he'll be disappointed and not get really what he wants. Like, he may act like he wants it, but I don't think that he really, really, truly does. And he also might feel like in a relationship, you might control the relationship and he might not want to deal with that. Or he knows that you won't take his shit. Because if a guy feels, if he feels, and some guys feel like they can't control the woman, then they won't go out with him because they need to control that woman and tell him, oh, you better do what I fucking tell you. But you be the type of person, who the fuck you talking to? You're not talking to Marley like that. Oh, hell no. Motherfucker, I've been single all this time. I don't need you. I just went through this bullshit. I'm not doing it again. So he knows what type of person you are. So that's what really like gets him to like, yeah, exactly. So he knows that. That's why he doesn't really like. I know you said he doesn't give up, but that's just like his way of saying, at least let me see if what will happen. Like, he's willing to try, but he knows deep down inside it ain't gonna work. And I still feel like this guy had a bad relationship too in the previous relationship he had. He also had a bad relationship. So he's also kind of skeptical of being in a love and scared of love too. Because I feel like if he was married, he got a divorce. If he wasn't married, he was about to, but then didn't. And or he got like cheated on, or like the person he was with like figured him out and was like, nah. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that he's trying to overcome that ruin, that life, that past. He's very disappointed. Wow, there you go. Bang. Makes sense. So I also feel he's scared of love too, even though he might put on that front. But you know what it is also? If you work with him, right, and you have worked with him for 3 years, like you said, that makes a man comfortable enough. And you're just a convenience. That's exactly what you are to him right now. You're a convenience because you're somebody that he sees at work every day. You talk to him every day. So he feels like, yeah, I can go out with this chick, but I know it ain't gonna work. But it's just, I just don't want to try anywhere else because I'm already knowing her. So when I go to work, I'm gonna talk shit to her, make build my confidence up. But he knows it ain't gonna work. He knows it ain't gonna work because he's always gonna be in the back of his mind. Oh yeah, Marley's gonna cheat on me. And if he knows that you read tarot and you start to be really cool with him and he comes on your channel and you start, oh hey Marky, how you doing, sweetheart? Oh hey so and so, how you doing? Like the way you carry on, like me, like we're not, we're like harmless flirting or talking shit. He might be like, yeah, she's cheating on me. He's like, he might be that type of person. Like, is doing this type of work not too many people want to be. like attached to you because you're talking to all these people, so they get jealous. So yeah, no, hell no. That's why I like you. 'Cause you like talking shit. It makes the day go by. That's why everybody likes me. Not everybody, but most people like me because I talk shit all day, and it's nice to talk shit. It's have fun. You can be serious, you know. I want to check something for you, Sag rising. But just imagine being me. Look, I'm an Aquarius, Sun, and rising. I'm a double pain in the ass. I'm a double Aquarius. See? So just imagine the bullshit I'm about to go through with Pluto and Aquarius in the next 20 years. I'm going to get a double fucking. It's going to zap me into some next dimension. I'm looking forward to it too. And you know what else? In the Chinese astrology, you know how they have the dog, the rat, the rooster, and the dragon. I'm the fucking dragon, right? And my dragon, I'm the dragon, and next year is a dragon year. So I'm the dragon. So in the Chinese astrology, next year is my year because I'm the dragon. And next year in the regular astrology, Vedic astrology or whatever it is, Pluto goes into Aquarius for 20 years. So just imagine how my life is going to be next year. It's going to be fucking insane. Literally. Literally. Oh, yeah, hell yeah. But it's already started. It's already started, Marley. It's already happening. Like I've got like the pre shit's already happening right now. Believe it or not. It's all like starting to come. Yeah. Starting to unfold. Okay, Jessica. I want to check something real quick about that guy, Marley. Let's see if he has like someone else in mind. Yeah, so next year is going to be crazy for me. It's already started. You know what? I think that he has another woman he talks to besides you. And he's wishing for her as well to give him the time of day. It's you and another woman that he's dealing with. So I got two women here. It's you and someone else. Yep. But see, I think he's like, I wouldn't say desperate, but he's like really wanting a relationship. So he's gonna have plan A and plan B. So you're plan A, but he's working on plan B. See? I got the High Priestess, Nine of Cups, and the Page of Swords. See? So two women. Boom. And in the middle, it's him wishing for one of them. So I had to ask because it was in my mind there. So I said, let me ask if there's somebody else. Well, that's what most people want. They just want a relationship. They just want to see what they can get out of the person, you know? Yep. I think he's just trying to fill the void. Like, I don't feel like he's a bad person. I just think that he really wants, something to happen, you know? Exactly. Exactly. I've been talking about this all year, how I love myself. I don't mind being single. I've been single for 6 years now. I've been single, kind of, sort of. I mean, I've dated in the past 6 years here and there, like dated someone for like a couple months and just been like, nah, this ain't working. Fuck this. Like I've been dating, but not been in a serious relationship for like 6 years. And I don't really fucking care. Like it don't phase me. I really don't give a shit. It's actually been the best 6 years of my life. I would say last year I was involved, like kind of talking to someone a lot, and then like she lied to me, like like not only lied, but like didn't tell me shit. And then I saw her somewhere, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, so I was just like, "Yeah, I'm done." Nope. And this year the same thing happened. I got involved with someone that is not even a consideration for me, but I said, you know what? Let me just go out of my comfort zone and talk to this chick, even though she's nowhere near my type or nowhere near like someone who I would date. But let me just try, let me just like see what happens. She seems like she's interested. Let me just go for it. Fuck it. So at the beginning of this year, I was hanging out with this person, talking to him, and then morning, her and I were like chatting, and I was like, "All right, cool. I gotta go to work. I'll see you, whatever." And she was like, "Okay, cool, yeah." I go on Instagram, and she's in another country. She went on vacation that same day and never told me. I had to find out on Instagram, and I'm like, "I'm talking to you for like months now, and you couldn't even have the decency to say, 'Hey, look, I'm going away today. I'll see you when I get back.'" I had to find out you were away the same day on Instagram because you posted a video of you somewhere else. And I was like, "Well, Mark, this is your answer. Fuck that. I ain't dealing with people like that. If I spoke to you in the morning and you didn't even have the decency to tell me you were going away that same day and you won't see me for like a week or two or whatever, why did you just say that? What's wrong with that? Aren't we friends?" So when that happened, I cut her off. I was like, "Yeah, I can't deal with stupidity. That shit ain't happening. I'm not dealing with that. You got to be honest with me or else it ain't going to work. If you're not honest from day one and you don't like, carry out the friendship and just like you got me like looking like an idiot for talking to you, then it ain't gonna work. We're not gonna be friends." Yeah. I mean, and some people say, "Well, Mark, you're not her girlfriend, you're not her boyfriend, well, so what the fuck you worried about?" I'm like, "We're friends." So if I was going away that same day, I would have said, "Hey, look, I'm not gonna see you for like a week, you know? So like I'm going away." I'm not gonna sit there and say why you going away or where you're going. I could care less. If you just told me, I would be like, okay, cool. Like at least she had the decency to say she was going away. I don't give a fuck where you're going or who you're going with. We're friends. We've been cool for like months now, and you didn't even have the decency to tell me you were going away the same day I saw you in the morning. So I found that like kind of stupid and dumb and immature. So I was like, you know what? Fuck you. So now when I see her, I'm just like, "Hi, bye." And then one day, like I was like kind of couldn't go nowhere and I was like kind of trapped. So I had to talk to her like type of thing. I didn't have to. But she was like, "Wow, hi Mark. Had long time no see. How you been?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just been busy, just on my grind doing things." "All right, yeah, good seeing you. Bye. Fuck you." And now that's all I do. I just go by and she's like, "Oh fuck, Mark, don't even speak to me no more." Well, duh. Why should I speak to you? So I can get my heart broken, or you're gonna lie to me when I start dating you? Plus, you ain't my type anyway. Fuck you. You know? That's how I am. I'm older now. I'm 40. I'm going 47 in February. You think I got time to deal with these fucking idiots? Are you fucking crazy? I'm not dealing with your fucking stupidity. Like, just think about that. We're friends, right? And my online friends would say, "Hey, Marky, you're not going to see me for a week. I'm going away. I'm going on vacation." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Have a great time. I'll see you when you get back. Yeah, take pictures or whatever. Or if you don't want to, cool. Like, I don't give like even me. I'll be like, "Yeah, guys, I'm going away to Boston. I'm going to go watch some games. I'll be back. But I'm going to go live on Instagram, you know, And I'll see you guys when I'm out there. Like I'll post a video up when I'm out there at the game. And I've done that plenty of times. I ain't got nothing to hide. Like, and what the fuck you not telling me? We just spoke in the morning. Like, I just don't get that. You don't have to tell me where you're going, sweetheart. All you have to do is say, look, you're not going to see me for a week or two. I'm going away. I'll see you when I get back, Mark. I would have been like, I would have appreciated that. I would have been like, yeah, cool. What a great friend. At least you told me you're going away. I go on Instagram that night and see this bitch walking through the snow. Talking about it's really cold. It's not like Bermuda. I'm like, and my heart just dropped. And I was like, this is why you're single, bro. This is why you're fucking single. This is God telling you, you went out of your comfort zone for fucking nothing. No, bro, don't do it. Just cut this bitch off. Don't even say nothing to her. Just leave her alone. And I'm like, I'm doing this chick all this time. And I'm like, all right, bitch. No problem. I'm gonna treat you like you treat me then. See how you like it. And she don't like it. Because I don't speak to her like that no more. We used to be really cool. And I'm like, yeah, fuck you. No. It's not happening no more. And that's how I deal with it. I can't deal with people like that. I'll cut you right off. It ain't happening. If you're not honest with me from the jump, then I don't care about you no more. You can go to hell. Straight up. I don't need you. If you're gonna be like that from day one, then I don't want nothing to do with you. If you're genuine and authentic to me from day one, then you're gonna have a friend for life. And having me for a friend for life is a good thing. If we're authentic, we can be authentic together. If we can be trustworthy, we can be trustworthy together. What's the problem with that? Why you gotta fucking lie or be sneaky or not say shit? I'm not asking you no question. Fuck you. Even some random lies, I'd be like, I know. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I can't handle that, man. One thing about me, don't lie to me. Because that shit, I take it personally. You fucking lie to me, and I'm taking that shit personally. I'm taking that shit to my grave. Don't lie to me. I'm not lying to you. Why are you lying to me for? And that's the reputation I have. I'm honest. And sometimes maybe too honest, but I don't give a shit. That's who I am. You don't like it? Move on. Go to a liar. You want to get lied to? There's plenty of people that would lie to you. Go check them out. I ain't lying to nobody. I ain't lying to myself either. Oh yeah, hell yeah. They don't like when it happens to them. That's why I said to my friend, God forbid that was me. Where I saw her in the morning and we were like talking for months and I went to Boston. She'd be like, oh yeah, he didn't tell me because he was gonna go see some bitch. Or he was gonna go fuck hers, or he was gonna go on a strip club trip with his friends. That's why he didn't want to tell me. She would have automatically assumed that I was going to go fuck around or do something, and not tell her, because if a man does it, it's a problem. But if a woman does it, oh no, I'm setting my boundaries. Bitch, shut up. You setting the fucking boundaries. Fuck out of my face. Don't lie to me. You want a good man, you gotta be a good woman. It's that simple. You want a good man, then be a good woman. That's how you're gonna get a good man, is to be honest. Don't be a sneaky bitch. Don't bring your past into the future. Just be normal. Don't lie, tell the truth, and you'll gain that man's respect. Simple. What's so hard about that? And vice versa. That's why I'm always honest when I want to date a woman. I'm gonna tell her exactly what I want, exactly what I'm looking for, so you know what you're getting into with me. Simple. If you can handle me, then you'll be all right. If you can't, there's a lot of fake mofos out there. You can have them. Not me. I ain't dealing with that shit. But yeah, so there's nothing wrong with being single. If you're single and you're listening to me, great job. Stay single until you really find someone genuine and decent and test them. Not for weeks, not for days, not for months. You test them for years to come. You make sure you got that person, you know. Let me tell you something, don't ever get married unless you live with that person for at least a year. You got to go through a whole year of living with that person, waking up and going to sleep with that motherfucker every day. And then if you can tolerate them for a whole year, you can probably tolerate them for the rest of your life. And if you don't, well, that's your problem, not me. But me, I'll never get married to any woman unless I'm living with them for at least a year. Yeah, fuck that. I can't do that. If I'm getting married, I'm going to get married once and once only. I'll never get married twice unless somebody like drugged me and took me somewhere and be like, come on, marry me quick. Put it on camera. He's dead. He's finished. He's drunk. But we're still getting married. No, you won't. Well, Marley, I don't blame you. If you've been married and divorced twice, I don't blame you. I wouldn't get involved with anybody either. But you know what? I'll tell you something, Marley. I know somebody that has been married, divorced twice, and now with the third person, and they're very happy. And they've been with that person for years. I know a few people. And I know a lot of people that's been divorced and remarried and very happy with the new person. And I know some people like myself who've never been married, never had kids, and are happy with their lives too. It all depends. Yeah. Well, pretty much. And that's why a lot of people are done. Because people get married, they get divorced, and they're like, yep, never again. Fuck everybody. And that's cool. Like, you can be like that way. I don't blame you. And then you have people who, they're married to somebody and their spouse dies and then they never want to get married again when they have an opportunity, but they won't because they just don't want to. Everybody has their own methods, their own ways, and I respect everybody's wishes. You do whatever you want. Whatever's best for you, fine. But don't go out there portraying a fraud and don't go out there like, giving your body away to random people. Because when you're ready to settle down, that shit is going to haunt you in the end. But out of all my siblings, 2 are divorced and 1's still married. And I'm not. So it's all fucking bullshit. Everything's just gone to shit these last few years. Seems like there's more divorce than there is marriage. Oh yeah, definitely. You know why, Marley? Because you're actually doing something that you love and you're doing something that, no one can take from you or control you. Just imagine if you had a man, right? And he didn't like you doing tarot and he was on your live and said, let me go see what she's doing. And I came in there and he doesn't really know me and we started talking shit or flirting. And he's gonna be like, who's this Marky Mark tarot guy? Who the fuck's this guy? Why are you flirting with him? Oh, I've known him since before you. Oh, so what? This is one of your fuck buddies from back then, and then it's gonna cause a problem. You see what I'm saying? Because people are insecure and stupid like that. You just can't be friends with the opposite sex. When you're going out with somebody, it's a crime. And that's what I joke around and tell people. If I ever had a girlfriend and she walked in the door right now, she'll come in here and be like, who's this Jessica bitch? Who's Marley's tarot? Who's so and so? These are all your bitches, Mark? Yeah, see, I gotta call you. You can't be a psychic anymore if you're talking to all these women. Where are they to? Are they in Bermuda? Where are they at? You fucking them? Where's you sending them dick pics? I'll be interrogated. I can't handle that like that. I'll be like, look, bitch, you fucking get out of my life. I'd rather have all these women friends than have you irritating the shit out of me. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I don't look forward to. Is having somebody interrogate me or tell me I can't speak to other women and shit like that. Who the fuck you talking to? Hell no, I'd speak to whoever I damn well want. Yeah, Jessica. Yeah. Absolutely, Marley. I need somebody who's secure. If not, go away. I agree. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I have a card that I have in my deck. See, I made this deck, right? And I'll show you the card about haters. Okay, I want you guys to remember this card for the rest of your life. Okay, I made this card for a reason. Okay, I'm gonna show you this card, and I want you to say it every day. Okay, this is a collective card for Marley, Jessica, and me. Okay, everybody else, this is not your card. Okay, this is our card. Okay, this is a collective reading for Jessica, Marley, and me. Okay, here you go. Laugh at your haters and give them more to hate on. Repeat after me. Laugh at your haters and give them more to hate on. Okay? That is the collective message for us. Okay? That's how I live my life. If I know you're hating, I'm going to make sure you hate me even more every fucking day. Just because. Because I live for that shit. You're fucking hating on me for no reason? All right, cool. I'm going to make you hate me even more. Damn right I am. Yeah, I made 3 decks. I have 3 decks, Marley. I have that one, this other one, and I have a tarot deck as well. Yeah, exactly. Stay tuned, motherfucker. Oh yeah, hell yeah, me too. I do. I've been doing it forever. I don't care about none of these people on here talking shit. I just give them right back. I don't tolerate nothing. Yeah, it is fun. Yeah, people love when I do it because I roast them. People come in here and try and talk shit to me, and I give it right back to them. That's why nobody comes in here and does anything to me no more. They got days like, yeah, we can't rock this guy. We can't roast him. I've made trolls laugh when they come in here. They try and diss me, and I diss them back, and they're like, fuck, he's too good. We can't get him. Oh well, let's try someone else. Let's try some other emotional dickhead. You ain't gonna get me. You can try and roast me, it ain't gonna work. I'm gonna roast you so bad you're gonna leave or you're gonna feel like offended. I do it all day. I do it all day. I roast all day. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Being on here for the past 4 years on my channel has helped me heal too. It's made me realize that I don't need anybody. But I've had some crazy bitches attack me on here. I've had like online little, you know, sort of relationships, kind of, sort of, online little things going on with certain people who thought that, I wanted them or whatever. I've had some good friendships and relationships with people on here in the past 4 years. But the reality of it, what I told them is I live here and you live there. If you don't live here, I don't want you. It ain't gonna work. Unless you're gonna pack your fucking suitcases and come here, then I ain't going there. Cause what you got over there that I don't have over here. And I'm not gonna move my whole life for some fucking coochie and some woman that it ain't gonna work. So if you don't live here, then I don't want nothing to do with you. I ain't going on that fucking online shit. I've been there, done that, it ain't work. Exactly. I've been there, done that. I've gotten involved with a few women on here, and it hasn't worked because we live separate lives. You know, you can live that life all you want. I'm not coming out there on a plane and spend thousands of dollars to come see you, and one of us have to fucking change our lives for the other. That ain't fucking happen. Uh-uh. I'm not leaving my island in the sun and where I live because of somebody else. That ain't happening. It's either you're here or not. So if it ain't here, then bye. And I'm not expecting any woman to leave their life and come to me. That's selfishness. I would never do that to anybody. Unless you have nothing to lose or you want to do it, then go for it. I'll make it worth your while. But if not, then don't bother. It's happened a lot in the past 4 years since I've been on here. I've always had some crazy bullshit to deal with. Somebody self-proclaimed them or try and claim me, and I'm like, no, you won't. No, she's not my girlfriend. No, no, I'm not going out there to see her. No. What else do you want to know? I've had my share of bullshit. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. Aquarius has got a lot of things to look out for and a lot of good things coming. A lot of my readings tell me that I'm going to finally meet my soulmate, and I'm finally going to be in a relationship. But I'll tell you one thing, they've been telling me that all my life. I've been getting readings for years, and every year they tell me the same shit. Mark, this is the year that you're going to see, they're going to meet this girl, you're going to meet this person, you're going to be involved with it, you're going to have 3 kids, you're going to have that, you're going to get married, you're going to. If I don't want it to happen, then it ain't going to happen. So that's what people got to understand. If I don't want it to happen, it ain't going to happen. You can try and predict it, yes. And if it does happen, then great. But I always have free will to make sure that I don't. Or if I do meet somebody, then I'm going to analyze the situation. It's up to me, not to you. So I tell people that, like, even though I'm a reader and I'll tell you shit, but I'm never going to guarantee anything because it's still up to you at the end of the day. It's your choice. It's your choice. I can tell you what's going on right now, but whatever happens after today, it's all on you. It changes. It all changes. Well, I don't think anybody can really read themselves 100%. People claim they can, but I don't see how that's possible. But that's why we need each other to read, to get readings from each other and to help each other. That's all cool. I'm fine with that. But like I said, most readers I talk to or read for me, they always say, yeah, it's, this woman's interested or this woman's going to be in your life. You're going to be involved, blah, blah, blah. And then, I'm just like, okay, cool. I don't go back and say, oh yeah, you were wrong or you're full of shit or blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't do those things. I'm just like, look, I made the decision not to be with the person because they were not the right person. Hey, Virgo, what's up? Good evening. Yeah, dinner was good. How's the storm? Is it better? Worse? Yeah. But that's the thing, like most psychics get readings from other psychics, which is, the right thing to do. But if you really think about it, you can answer the questions you ask. You can answer them. You know the answer to them. Most times you don't even have to ask because you already know. But some people like to confirm their intuition, confirm their answer to themselves, or confirm what they feel. Things like that. And that's fine. Like, that's cool. A lot of people want to do that, and some people don't have no fucking clue at all where they need to find out information. And that's okay. As long as the information is good. It's done snowing now. It's windy and cold. Oh, great. Yeah, Virgo is cool. She's she's been around since day one. Virgo live. Hey, Rainwater, how you doing? Yeah, I had to wear red today. Yeah, Marley. I mean, our intuition. We if we go by our intuition and we know it's right, it's gonna be right. The thing is like sometimes we need confirmation. Sometimes we just want to get that extra, like, because we worry, and we fear, and we're like, well, what if I'm wrong? So let me go ask my friend, what they think or what the cards say. Let me just get a extra confirmation. But how many times, like, you're both wrong or you're both right, or you're all right or you're all wrong? And how many times, you get half and half? So you're never gonna really know the truth unless it fucking happens. So like it's like I don't know, like some people don't like when I say all this type of shit because they wanna, like, act like, they're always right or they know what's right. It's impossible to be always right. It's impossible to, like, always, like, be 100%. Yes, reading the current situations, that's all possible, but what the outcome is can always change. I'll admit that, and I know it's true. Yeah, anybody can read cards. You just got to know what you're reading and what you're talking about. That's the thing. There's a lot of readers out there, but it's all about the connection you make, and how you live your life, and what you're about to do, what choice you make. Yeah, exactly. Changes because of choices. Yeah. Oh yeah, timelines are like time frames and timelines are you gotta be like, you gotta really know. See, the way people read tarot is they read it by numbers sometimes, and they read it by, like, the cards, and they add them up and things like that. I used to teach that in my tarot class that I did. You can get time frames like that, but you got to remember, you can give a time frame and it be accurate, and it'll happen. And then you can give a time frame and, like, it never happens. It's because that time got free willed, is what I call it. You know, you got it. Like, you got free will. You can change the time. Just like how you say, look, I can't do it today. I got to do it tomorrow. Look, this came up. I got a flat tire, so I can't make it. Or, hey, look, I totally forgot at 12:40. I got to do this. So you're like, shit changes. You can't. Nothing's set in stone. Nothing's, like, guaranteed. The only thing that's guaranteed is you're gonna fucking die. That's the only guarantee in life. That's it. And even then, you can't predict someone's death. At least I can, and I don't want to. You know, I can see it coming, but I can't tell you, look, you're gonna die at 3:33 next week Tuesday. Like, no one can do that shit. Well, Marley, that's how sometimes how it works. See, because some people when they start to read, they want things to always they do it for the wrong reasons. You know, Jessica. The thing is everybody goes through their like stages of psychic stuff where you start to learn how to read, and then you want to read yourself because you don't want to buy readings from nobody. And then like if you're a reader and you start to make money, and then you get some people come in and be like, "Hey, look, I paid you. You were wrong, and I did all this shit. I fucking paid all this money for nothing. This shit didn't happen on Tuesday. It ain't happened yet. You keep telling me it's gonna happen, and it don't. You take my money. You're fucked up." So imagine being the person on the receiving end. You're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm banning you. I told you already. You're a fuck." They turn the tables on you because it's about money to them. See, money fucks up this whole industry, this whole thing. Money fucks everything up. Money fucks everything up. Lies fuck everything up. And like sugarcoating and not telling the truth, it makes you look like an idiot. That's what fucks everything up. Yeah, Jessica, that's all you gotta do. Yeah, exactly, Marty. Yeah. And that's cool. Like some people, I knew from day one that I had, the gift of mediumship and spirit and all that shit. I knew I had it, but I didn't want to do it. I was like, fuck this shit. I don't want to deal with this crazy ass shit. Like, I don't care if I see spirit or talk to him. I don't care if somebody needs me. I don't fucking care. I don't want to read no damn cards. I don't give a fuck about these people's lives. I don't want to help nobody. I can't even help my damn self. Like, and I'm listening to all these psychics all these years tell me I'm gonna be married, I'm gonna be in a relationship. Meanwhile, I've been single for 6 years. This is all bullshit. That's what I kept telling myself. That why am I gonna be a psychic if psychics aren't real, if nothing happens for me? That's what I kept telling myself. See, I had like, this, the wrong mentality. Like I never thought of it as look, bro, all because shit don't happen for you doesn't mean you can't help somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Just don't like bring your energy into the reading, or don't like think that, it's never gonna happen. Because at the end of the day, it's still your choice, Mark. Fuck, you know? But if you have the gift, help the person, like, help the fucking help these people. They need you. Like, so then, I had encouragement from friends and people that were on here. And I started to read people because people were like, oh, I didn't know you read cards. Why don't you read me? So then, like, people were like, "Oh fuck, you know how to read? Oh shit, I didn't know you knew how to do that." Then I'm like, "Oh fuck, you see spirits? That fucking shit's crazy. I don't want that life. Hell no." So like, I started to like embrace it and start to like say, "Okay, yeah, I really am good. Like, I know how to do it. I've been doing this shit forever now. Like, so why don't I just start my channel and like go help people?" And I was on here for hours and hours and hours and years now. I've been on here doing this shit, but I never let it consume me or change my life. Like I know that anything can change, anything's possible, and I know that it's not about me. It's about me helping everybody else. It's not about me like getting what I want from other psychics. It's not about my predictions coming true so I can justify mine for everybody else. Like you gotta separate your perspective from what you're actually doing, you know, if that makes sense. Yeah. Well, I think we all start off scared or don't want to be wrong. See, the thing is, if you're getting paid to do something, right? If you're getting paid to do something, you want to make sure you're right or you're doing it right. It's just like when you go to the store. You grab a carton of milk off the shelf. When you get home, you're like, oh, fuck. The date on it was yesterday. So that means it's not going to be good. That's my fault. But you're going to go back to the shop and say, look, you motherfuckers, this shit's like, I bought this milk just now. It's outdated. Right? But you open it up. See, it's like your fault, but not your fault, but it's still your fault. Right? So it's a choice that you made. You should have checked the date and moved that one over and got the next one, right? You should have paid attention. So it's the same thing, like you're paying for something, but you're never knowing that you're going to get the right thing or the wrong thing, or you can change it. So like when people get readings from me and they're paying me, I make sure I give them my 100%, because if I'm paying you, you better give me 100% too. If not, fuck you, I'm not coming to you no more. So like people spend money, but they want the right things. They want to make sure they get the right answers in the right situation, right? But what a lot of people don't get is you're only paying the bare minimum. So what the fuck do you expect? You expect perfection? And then if you pay a lot and you're not getting nothing, then it's the same perspective. It's the same thing. It doesn't matter what you pay, there's still a fucking choice with your payment. There's still a choice with the reading. You still have to choose what's right at the end of the day for you. You know what I'm saying? You still got to choose. You have to make the choice, not me. That's why sometimes I like doing mediumship, because the spirit comes in, we talk about it, we let you know shit, and then you go on about your business. And that's the best thing of my job is when I do a mediumship reading, it's fun because then you get like a spirit come in and they talk shit or they're telling you shit, and then it becomes like a nostalgia type, feeling, and you're like, oh yeah, that's what they used to do, that's what they look like, yes. When it's all good, it's good, but when you don't get nothing and it feels kind of, irritating, you're like, fuck, this is bullshit. Like I can't, I should have never got this shit. It's made me feel emotional, and now I'm crying and shit like that. So it's different for everybody. It's always different shit, you know. But when you're like, when you're really in tune to this, to like your psychic abilities, it's hard to be you because people always try and like, manipulate you or lie to you or make you feel like you're not actually in tune. So you gotta watch out. Like people will make it seem or lie to you or say something just to make you look bad or claim that you said something you did. So it's a pain in the ass all around. But I think it all boils down to the connection you have with the person. If you're meant to read the person, you're going to be right all the time. If you're not meant to read that person, then it's not going to happen. So sometimes spirit has a mind of their own. They're going to be like, no, I'm going to make sure they don't come back here no more. Fuck this person. They're full of shit. Like if you're lying to me, spirit ain't going to give you the right answer. They're going to be like, yeah, fuck that, Mark. You don't want to deal with these idiots. I'm going to give them the wrong answer and fuck them. They can go about their business. You don't need these people. And that's what happens. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to deal with. That's why it's not for everybody. Well, that's the thing. And when you're asking about someone else, remember that person also has a choice. They can wake up tomorrow and be like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of Mark. Fuck him. I don't want to date him anymore. I don't want to be around him anymore. I just don't. I just want to be by myself. Like, how you ask about somebody, oh, what does this person feel about me? Like what everybody does. What if that person wakes up tomorrow and be like, you know what? I don't really care about these fucking people anymore. I'm gonna like start working on myself today. So whatever I told you is out the window now because that person made a choice in the morning to say fuck you. They're not dealing with you no more. But I just finished telling you the day before that it's possible that you guys can get better. But it depends on him and it depends on you. So guess what? Within 24 hours, that person made a decision. They don't no longer want to be around you. There's no one to blame. It's just reality. It happens. The sugarcoating to me is when people lie. Like mediums lie like crazy. There's a lot of mediums or a lot of readers that they read cards the wrong way. And they don't know how to explain the storyline. They don't know how to explain the cards in the sequence it comes out. And a lot of readers have a big problem, in my opinion. They pull too many cards. When you pull like 9 fucking cards for one question, you're an idiot because you don't have to do that. You don't have to put 9 nails in a fucking piece of wood that's only 3 inches long. To me, the least amount of cards you pull is 3. You pull more than that, you're starting to fuck up the situation. It's too many. That's my opinion. You do what you want, whatever works for you. Don't take my advice. I don't know nothing. But if I'm answering a question, it's 3 cards and it's good enough. I'm not gonna sit here and do like a Celtic cross, a fucking bow and arrow, fucking sideways, all these bullshit fucking things these people have. It's unnecessary. You know, it's unnecessary. Too many cards. Oh, then you have people. I'm gonna clarify this. I'm gonna clarify that. You just answered the fucking question. There's nothing to clarify. Reshuffle the cards and do it again. Because you're just gonna keep fucking pulling shit that's randomly in the deck. And you're gonna confuse the person and yourself. That's just my opinion. That's just how I read. Not everybody's the same. But to me, the more cards you pull, the more complicated it gets. The least amount of cards, you just deal with it. That's the answer. I know this one person like on TikTok, like she uses like half the deck for someone's reading. Like she just randomly pulls the next card. Oh yeah, I got this, and oh shit, oh well. Hold on a second, let me see. You got this, this, and this, so that means this and this, or it could be that, that. And I'm like, fuck this. This is gonna take forever. The fuck? And put a whole fucking deck for my question, bitch. The fuck you talking about? So it's a pain in the ass. You just gotta find someone that you can connect with and somebody that tells the truth. I got a few psychics that I love and I always go to and have been going to all my life. Some of them are right, some of them are wrong, just like how I'm right and how I'm wrong. I'm not perfect. It's just the way it is. It's the energy that you're dealt with, you know. But there's a few psychics that I love and will go to all the time to get a reading and have fun with and just see what they say or just support them. Just see, if my intuition's right or see what I'm getting is right. It's cool, you know. I don't mind going and tell the psychics and getting a question answered and shit. I like to support everybody. Jessica, I saw you donated. I'm waiting for you to ask your questions. I know we're randomly talking shit here. What about a reader who pulls cards but will not replace the cards back to the deck for the next client? Yeah, I don't like that either. Because you're pretty much just going off of what you're pulling out of your deck. That's something I never do and I don't recommend. Because when you shuffle the cards, if you're not addressing it that way, then it's not going to happen that way. See, my opinion and what I've always taught people is when you're shuffling the cards, you're shuffling the cards for that one person's energy. So when you see me read and I'm answering one question, I'll put the cards back in the deck and reshuffle it again. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, that's just dumb. Because people who do that, that's just like you're pretty much got the last person's energy there. So you gotta me, I always feel like you have to reshuffle. It's like when you play crazy eights or spades or euchre, when you play card games, right? Man, let me this is what another thing what people get mad at me, but I don't want nobody to take this personal. And I always tell readers, do not take what I say personally. It's just my opinion. Right? But there's a lot of readers who shuffle the cards, and then when a card pops out, they take it. But me, I've always been a card shark. Like I've always played like euchre, spades, crazy eights, go fish. I'm always been a card guy, right? And I used to read the regular playing cards before tarot. That's how I got started. But when I was shuffling the cards and I'm playing euchre, I don't know if you guys know what euchre is. It's a game where you got four people, right? So it's me and a person against two other people. So if I'm shuffling the cards and one of the cards pop out, I got to put it back in the deck because I can't just show everybody what you got, right? Because we're playing a game where you can't see the cards. So if I'm shuffling the cards and a card pops out for you, I'm not taking it. I don't really care. I put it right back in the deck. If it's meant to come out, it'll come out when I pull the cards. But majority of the times when you're shuffling, the cards get stuck or they hit each other and they pop out. But when you take pop outs and it works for you, then that's how you're meant to read. But me, I don't do that because I always used to play regular playing cards. So when a card pops out, I always put it back. So I was always like, so even when I do tarot, when a card pops out, I put it back because it don't mean nothing to me because that's just not how I read. But if you shuffle the cards and the cards pop out and you take them, that's how you read because you probably never played crazy eights or euchre like me. So everybody's different, like you know what I'm saying? But then you get people who are shuffling cards and like a whole 10 cards pop out of the fucking deck and hit the ground and you're picking them up and reading me. That to me is bullshit. Like I don't like when people do that. I'm not coming to you if you read cards like that. Because that ain't me. And I guarantee you when you pick those cards off the ground, it won't make no fucking sense to me. That's me, but not other people. But that I've seen readers literally pick cards off the ground from them aggressively shuffling just so the cards will pop out, like acting like spirits doing it. Can't you see you're aggressively shuffling the cards like stop fucking shuffling the cards so fucking aggressively and then the cards won't be going all over the goddamn floor. Like you ain't got no common sense. But let me tell you something. Whatever I'm saying, if you feel like I'm wrong because you read that way and it's right for you, then that's okay. Don't worry about what I'm saying. But I'm just saying personally, I don't do that because that's not how I deal with things. And I also feel like it's not the right way to read cards. But hey, to each their own. That's how you are, that's how you are. But me, I can't take pop outs because I wasn't dealing with cards like that. Because when you play euchre, you can't let nobody see your cards because you have like a suit and you have to like make sure you get it. If they see your card, they know what card you got, so they can fuck you over and win the game. It's cheating. So I feel like when a card pops out for somebody, it's cheating. I'm gonna give you a message that popped out because I shuffled the cards fucked up. See, so I can sit here and it's not criticism. It's just that's how I feel things should be. And that's my opinion. Take it or leave it. It's simple. All right, Virgo, cool. Yeah. But that's like, it's just like a lot of people just do certain things like that. And another thing I don't like is how people don't read reversals. Tarot cards are meant to be read upright and reversed because it's supposed to give you an answer. right? A detailed answer. That's what you want. That's what you get tarot for. You want a detailed answer. So there's 78 cards in the deck, right? 78 cards in the deck. So if you read the reversals, that's 156 answers that you can get for one question or for a reading. And then when you reshuffle them, you're getting all that again constantly. So that's why when you get a reading from someone like me or someone who reads reversals, you guaranteed you're going to get a decent answer because you're going to get all the meanings. When you read just uprights, then that don't make no sense because if it comes out reversed and you put it back upright, which I see people do, there's a reader who I no longer associate with, but I was cool with, and I moderated in her channel. When she shuffled and she had a reverse card, she would turn it upright. And one day I told her, I said, that's the worst thing you could do. And she's like, what are you talking about? These cards aren't supposed to be read reversals. I don't read reversals. I said, that's why you're a shit psychic. And we didn't talk anymore. I told her, that's why you don't do personal readings. And that's why your personal readings don't fucking work. That's why you read random bullshit signs because it fits anybody that comes in here. But for personal readings, you got to read that shit properly because that's why it's coming out reverse, moron. So she got mad at me and don't speak to me no more. And that's why her channel is, the way it is. And that's why she's the way she is. Yeah. Well, to me, if you have a tool, it's like if you have a saw. A saw can cut through wood, cut through, use different blades to cut things, right? So a tool is a tool. You got tools for different things. So if you have these tools, you got to use them in every single way that's possibly made. And see, another thing is when you read cards and you want to get a yes or no answer, and you read reversals and upright, right? So if I say, is Jessica gonna get does Jessica have a red card, right? And I shuffle my cards, I'm gonna tell Spirit, look, yes is upright. I want one card. Yes is upright and no is reversed. And you ask Spirit to give you one card, reversed is no, and yes is upright. So I'm going to shuffle the cards and it's going to tell me whether or not she has a red card. Okay? It's that simple. You don't pull 9 fucking cards. You just pull one card. Yes is upright, no is reversed. What's so hard about that? You have to control what comes out of these cards through how you talk to them through Spirit to get the answer. That's what I taught in my tarot class. That's how you read yes and no questions. Even if it's the 9 of Swords upright, it's still yes. Because you're saying no matter what card it is, I just want a yes and no answer. See? That's how you read. You have to tell the cards what you want and how you want the answer to come up. You don't tell them what answer it is. They're going to tell you what the answer is, but you got to explain how you want it answered. That's what I meant to say. You got to explain how you want it answered. Now, if I'm answering your question, I'm going to pull 3 fucking cards and I have to interpret them, right? And if you notice, I don't say, oh, you got the Fool card, so you got to take a risk, new beginnings. I don't talk like that. And I don't say, oh, yeah, you got the Knight of Pentacles, is a slow moving person, this and that. I don't say like basic shit. I give you the story, and everybody should do the same. That's what it's for. It's a story. You got to answer the question in a right way. You're not going to sit there and talk about what the card means. We know what the card fucking means. Tell us what Answer the question through the cards. Describe the person, the sign, the whatever. Like it just don't make no sense. How people just say, "Oh, you got the Ace of Wands, a new beginning's coming." The fuck you talking about? A new beginning in what? In taking a shit? In washing my clothes? A new beginning in what? You see, people like that's what I explain to people. You gotta understand, people just don't want bullshit answers. People don't give a fuck if the Ace of Wands means a new beginning. Talk to me in my answer. How is it? Where does it relate to? A new beginning in what? Fuck. And then you're like the Seven of Swords. People say, "Oh, people are being sneaky because you see the guy on the card with all these swords." That's not being sneaky. Where the fuck did you see in the card the guy was sneaky? People make me laugh. They say the stupidest shit in the world. I can't stand readers like that. They just say like random dumb shit. Yeah, it can be a lot of things. It depends on what you're asking. You gotta go with what the thing's asking. Like, and like a lot of people use the world card and say, oh, it's travel and all that. To me, no, it's not. It's not. It's not. Doesn't mean travel. It means you. It's your world. What you're doing. But it depends on what you're asking. Well, everything depends on what you're asking. But there's a lot of cards where people like the Three of Wands or the Two of Wands or whatever shows the guy looking into the sunset. Oh, you got this coming in. Yeah, I got, you know what I got coming in? Some food, some water. I don't know the fuck you're talking about coming in. Ain't there's nothing coming in. I'm coming in my damn door. I'm coming in my driveway right now. I'm all over the fucking place. The fuck you talking about? This shit's coming in. What the fuck is coming in? Like some people just say random shit and it aggravates me. Yeah, DoorDash is coming in. I don't know. I honestly I don't know how people like live with themselves. They just do basic shit. And there's so much more to tarot. Like that's just my opinion. Like I don't want nobody to get offended. But like my opinion is, if you're reading tarot, read upright and reversals. Only pull a limited amount of cards. You don't have to pull like a shitload of cards to answer a fucking question. And another thing is give detail. Like like go through all the ways that you can think of. Like it all makes sense in different ways. And never fish for answers. Just say whatever you have to say and just get confirmation. That's it. The first reader, right? The first reader I ever watched, I still talk to her today. We're very good friends. And she read reversals. And she would have the card reversed and she'd be like, well, I don't see this happening. Like she says basic shit, like, but she says like the reversed meaning, like, oh, I don't see this is gonna happen. But not all reversals are bad either. Some reversals are good. So like she would explain it in her way. And then I learned from her and I was like, you know what? To me, this means this because of the picture. Because I go off like the picture sometimes. So like I used to always take her interpretation and expand the interpretation so I don't sound like her. Even though she taught, like I learned from her. She didn't teach me, I just learned from her. Learned from what she said. And she would pull like only 3 or 4 cards. All depends. Like sometimes she'll pull more. But all depends on like if she weren't getting like the answer that she wanted to like clarify it and things like that. But then I changed all that and made my own system. But she taught me like how to read, like she taught me that reading reversals worked. So like I was like, you know what, this is a lot to learn. So I got cards that had the words on them so I can learn more. And now I just look at the card and I already know what it means. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then sometimes I'll put the cards down because spirit's rapping in my ear constantly. So I'm like, yeah, I didn't even need the cards. I'm just gonna listen to spirit because they're like all up in my ear. So it's like, fuck it. So to me, it doesn't matter. Like however the answer comes, you're gonna get it. Whether it's cards, whether it's spirit, whether it's just my intuition, whether I'm just hearing shit, whatever the case may be. And everybody has different ways and different systems. But my opinion and my advice to all people who like reading cards is make sure you give as much information as you possibly can because every card means a lot of things. Just divert it to what your answer to the question is, whether it's career, love, work, shit like that. It's always good to like give as much information as you can. And if you really want to expand the information, reshuffle the cards again and ask it again and just say, look, what else can you tell me? Don't ask the same question. Just say, look, I want more details on the same question. What else can you tell me? Sometimes I get the exact same cards. And I'll be like, well, look, I got the exact same thing. I'm sorry. Look, I don't see nothing else. This is what it is. Like, spirit ain't giving me no extra shit. Boom. See? It's that simple. Let me catch up with what you guys are saying. I'm just here blabbing like crazy. Yeah. But the thing is, it's like, not always it's gonna like be right. And not always it's gonna be like what people, want and shit like that. But it's hard. Like, people just don't understand like they should be given more. They should be doing a lot more, like, but people don't care. Me, I always make sure like I leave everybody who asks me a question, I make sure I give you as much as I can. And that's all I ever ask. I just want to make sure I answer the question and we're going to talk about it and we're going to make sure we deal with it and we're going to make sure we like, get to the conclusion of the question being answered. I'm not going to leave you here thinking that, oh yeah, fuck, I paid this guy for a question. I didn't even get an answer. Like, he's full of shit. Like, I don't want nobody to like say that about me. That's why I always like give extra. I give as much as I can and I'll elaborate. I even try and bring spirit into it to solve the issue. So like to me, it's not about money. It's not about popularity. It's not about fame and being right. It's about let's get to the bottom of the fucking question. Let's answer it. Let's see what we can get. Let's see what it's about. Let's try and find out what's going on. Let's answer the fucking question. Simple. That's all. I feel like I do that every time. So it's all good. I'm not perfect, nor am I the best. I might be the best to you, and that's all that matters. Yeah, Virgo does cards too. She puts up like the messages of the day and stuff like that. Okay, Rainwater. I have to answer Jessica's question, and then I'll answer yours afterwards. Okay. When will things start being up for me? All right, let's check. All right, you show up here, so Queen of Swords. But what I'm getting is in January, like you're still gonna have some difficulties and making changes, and you're gonna anticipate the worst, but it's not gonna be that bad. The only thing I see here is you've got to be more intense, more sharp, more quick, more like smart about the things that you do. Be more perceptive. Like be the Queen of Swords. Cut whatever doesn't serve you, and just make everything like the right way you need to make it. So in January, I don't see things being extremely better, but like it depends on you making the right answers, right? I mean, making the right decisions. You might have some setbacks like with money and like spending and like wanting to hold on to your finances because of certain obstacles and certain things happen. Like you might have to like spend money on something you might not expect to spend it on, and just holding on to things and not like wanting to spend too much time or money and effort into something that you know you ain't getting nothing back. But just be more sharp and more smart and more keen on what you need to do. Just cut whatever doesn't serve you and let it go. In February will be your best month. Like it'll be in January, it'll still be kind of sticky, still be like kind of up and down. But going into February, looks like you'll have control over the situations. Things will be better for you. You'll have more energy, more strength, more. Your finances will be better. You'll feel more secure. You'll feel happy. But like try not to make or because things are better in February, just don't think that it's going to be better all the time. But in February, don't make any plans for March. Just let everything pan out naturally. Like when it's things start to flow in February, just leave it. Just like keep doing your thing and let March dictate to you what it's going to be. Don't make any plans because if you make plans, you're gonna have to cancel them or things won't go the way it goes. Like, there's gonna be highs and lows, and it might be fucked up for a little while, then it come back to good again. But February looks like it's gonna be your next good like time for good things to happen, especially if like home life, finances, and things like that, and just you controlling the situation that you're in. Nah, that shit ain't gonna happen. For Aquarius, everything's gonna get better in that department. Yeah, but it all depends on you. We control our what happens. That's cool. Let the haters stay there in the back. You always look back in your rear view mirror at them. That's where they belong. Never dwell too much on what everybody else is doing, because that's what's gonna hold you back. If you dwell on you and what you need to do, then the haters will never matter. They'll always be in the back where they belong. Never think that anybody can hold your destiny in their hands or like hold you back. Yes, people do. People can. But if you believe they don't, then they don't exist. Then your problems are solved. And you just do what you have to do. So you got to put the mindset already in your brain. You got to program and manipulate your brain to think that. Yeah. Exactly. This damn dog, her head's all off of the damn on the tile. You need a doggy? No, you don't want a doggy. Doggies are pain in the asses. All you hear is her in the background snoring, and she's hanging off her bed and her head's on the tile. Like she looks hilarious. Look, she's snoring like crazy. Damn pig. Here? Yeah. That's the life. I swear, it really is. I wish I can sleep like that. The hell? I love my haters. I ain't worried about 'em. Fuck my haters. All right, what's your other question, Jessica? And then I'm gonna answer Rainwater's question. Let them be. That's cool. Haters have to exist in order to for motivation. I love my haters. They hate me, but I love them. Though. When I see them, I laugh. I'm like, hey, I'm doing great. How you doing? Still hilarious. Oh, you're damn dog. If she wasn't so cute, I'd get rid of her ass. You gonna ask your question or what, woman? I need to go sleep, you know. All right. Rainwater, let me see. You said what is the energy surrounding my brother and his significant other for the next 3 months? All right, let's check. Well, it still looks like your brother's going to be working hard to um, make things happen, and and she's still going to be like, it looks like she has anxiety over him, and she has anxiety over like him working. If he works a lot, or he doesn't, like if he works a lot, then she's worried about him working all the time and things like that, and she's gonna have like this thing where he might put his foot down and say, hey, look, I gotta work. I'm making this money, and you're not gonna be spending all my fucking money. Um, he's gonna start like putting his foot down in the next three months, and he's gonna start to say things to her that she probably don't like, and it's gonna cause problems, anxiety, delays, and things like that. All right, Burger, take care, sweetie. Yeah, I can see that she's a pain in the ass. It looks like he's gonna continue to work hard and be progressive, and he's gonna reorganize things. Like his results of his efforts that he puts in is like he's saying to himself, like, how much more of this shit I'm gonna take. So I think that she makes him feel like delayed, and she overdoes it. Like she's overabundant. And she's like in this mindset where like I'll do what I want, but it looks like by March, or like January, February, March time, like he's gonna get to the point where he's gonna be like, you know what? Like I'm working hard, and all you're doing is doing this and doing that. Like when are you gonna like stop? Like do you have a conscience? Like so he might like be really he might get tired one day soon and be like, hey, look, like when are you gonna go and get a job? When are you gonna like help with this with the bills or help with this shit? Cause I'm doing too much. Like I'm tired. All I'm doing is like, but the thing is he's successful with money. He's successful with money. So he's got money. So she knows that. But he's gonna like start to say shit to her when he says like he's gonna start like getting fed up. I can see like the fed up vibe, and I can see that like he's tired of working hard and not seeing anything. Yeah. I can see that she has no ambition. Hmm. You okay over there? Like I don't like even like around March time, like things might be like kind of really bad between them. Like he might like threaten her and say, "Hey, look, I'll get a divorce. I'll leave your fucking ass, and you'll be nothing without me. So we're gonna have to negotiate here." I feel like they're gonna fight, and they're probably fighting now, but they're gonna be like going back and forth because she he feels like she doesn't value his friendship and value his possessions, and she's gonna end up becoming like a threat to his safety, and he's gonna tell her, look, I'm frustrated, I'm sick and tired of your family interfering in my life, or your friends interfering in my life, if that's the case. um and he's gonna say, look, you're not reliable. So like by March, shit's gonna hit the fan. Like it's not gonna look good. It's not looking good, bro. Yeah, it's not looking good for her. Like she's reversed here. And he's gonna be like, he might not say certain things to her to see how she reacts. Like he might keep things from her. And she'd be like, oh, why didn't you tell me that? He's like, well, why should I tell you? Like I'm doing all the fucking work. Like I don't need you. He might like start like making her wake up, but it ain't gonna work. Like she's still gonna like try and like, con him to thinking shit. But I got the lovers reverse for the end of March, and that's not good. The lovers reverse tells me separation. It tells me like interference from other people. It tells me that it's frustration, delays, separation, like things not going well in the relationship. Well, that's his choice. But I do see him withdrawing from like doing things for her just to like teach her a lesson to see if she'll change. But I don't think she's gonna change because if she's embedded in that life in that way now, she'll just find some other idiot that will do it for her. Probably not be as good as your brother, but she'll find some idiot. That's why I said idiot, not your brother. Yeah, she ain't gonna change. I don't get that because when I get the love is reversed, that's not good. That tells me that the outcome is not gonna be good. That's separation. That's not being in love. That's like, eh. So yeah, in the next 3 months, it's not gonna be good. I know. I'm just trying to be nice. Most men are idiots if they're doing all that for a woman. Fuck that. I was an idiot, not anymore. I never will be again. I'm the type of guy I want to like provide and do things, but my wife ain't staying home all fucking day living off of me. Hell no. No, 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 no. I promised myself that a long time ago. If I ever have a wife, she is not staying home doing nothing living off of me. And if she wants to, then I'll tell her, well, look, you go get a job. You go work and I'm staying home doing fucking nothing. So that way you can see what life is like. You can do everything. That'd be the perfect life. I'm still waiting for a woman like that. I'm waiting for a rich woman to come into my life and say, hey, Mark, look, you just work on our house all day, make it look nice. I'm going to go to the office. I make 6 figures, you know. When I come home, just have that D ready for me, have that dinner ready. I mean, and have the household nice and clean and hook everything up, and I'll pay the bills, I'll pay your way, and give you coochie. That'll be the perfect world, but it ain't gonna happen. But I have hope that a miracle will happen. Sure, I have hope. Yeah, yes, it'll be a miracle. It'll be a miracle. If I ever marry somebody that makes 6 figures a year, that'll be a miracle. I'll be like, finally, I finally don't have a broke bitch. I finally have somebody who actually makes money. She ain't even got to give me any of it. I just want her to have her own money. Because money ruins relationships. So if you got your own and I got my own, then we're going to live perfectly fine. We just have to pay the bills and that's it. That's the perfect world. That's a perfect relationship. If you pay for your shit, I pay for my shit, and we pay for things together, then that's good. That's a great relationship. Then money would never be a problem. But if I'm paying for you or you're paying for me, it's going to be a problem. Because then one day somebody's going to explode and say, I fucking pay for you all fucking day. And then next thing you know, it's done. No more coochie, no more money, no more nothing. No more free dinners. Bye. Only in a perfect world will I meet somebody like that. And even if she paid for everything and said, baby, you ain't gotta work. I just want you to be home and do things at home. I'll still do everything for her. I'll do it. I'll make sure like I buy the groceries and shit. I'm not gonna leech off of her. But I'll live in her house for free, sure. She has a nice house, I'll live in it for free. I'll make the bed when she leaves. I'll wash the clothes. I'll cook dinner. I have my D ready for her, shined up, nice and clean for her. You know, I try to keep it PG-13. I can't say those words on here, like I might get in trouble. You know. Marley said he called and I told him I had to get my friend to read you. Oh shit. Oh boy, Marley, what am I gonna do to you? That'll scare him. Yeah, I'm sure. Good. He probably shit himself. He'd be like, what the fuck? Oh shit. She's gonna find out about me now. Damn right. See, this is Marky Mark's tarot, but we this is I call it tarot blackmail. I will find out about you. Don't blackmail me. I'll find out if you're blackmailing my clients. Okay? I'll find out if you're blackmailing my friends. And somebody comes in there and asks me check some, I said, okay, tarot blackmail time. Let's see what we got here. We'll find out. Oh, let me find out, damn it. I joke about that shit all the time. Tarot blackmail. Yeah. I'm good at it. I'll find out. Yeah, I see some biatch here. Yeah. Yeah, he's lying. Yeah. I got it covered. I'll find out. I'll find out if he's a snake or he has a snake. Either one. I'll find out. See what we got here. Then sometimes, very rarely, I'll be like, yeah, he's a good boy. Yeah, he's a nice guy. Yeah, you might have to hold his hand and take him into the bedroom and show him, you know, how to take it out. But that's about it. But he'll be cool. He'll pay for your dinner. He'll get free dinners. He'll be all right. Yeah, I'll find out for you. All right, Jessica, go ahead and ask your question, and then I'm gonna have to go sleep. Yeah, Marky Mark, Detective Terror. Yeah, hell yeah. We'll find out. You're welcome, Rainwater. But yeah, I see that your brother probably will come to his senses because you'll probably get fed up of another year of doing bullshit. So don't be surprised by March they're gonna have serious problems, or he's gonna be her problem for real. There's only so much a guy can take, so he might be getting fed up. I see him getting fed up as time goes on. Yeah, Marty, free food. I have a card in my deck that says go out and get a free dinner because that's what women want. They want to go out, but they don't want to pay. Not all women, but most women. They're gonna be like, yeah, this guy wants to take my fine ass out. He better take me to some 5-star restaurant and he better pay for some damn lobster. You know what this guy said on a podcast this last week? I saw it on his podcast. I died laughing. I said, I wish I would have thought about that. He said he took this woman to dinner and he wanted to treat her, right? Oh yeah, that's my word. That's my way of of being respectful. I don't want to say other words. I kind of keep it like PG-13. Now it can be X-rated at times, but some people might get offended. You never know who's watching either. So anyway, this guy said, "Look, I'm gonna take you out to dinner. We're gonna go get a nice dinner. You can order whatever you want." So she goes, "I want a lobster." And then she says, "Well, there's a lot of choices for sides, but I don't know what side I want." He goes, "You know what goes good with lobster? Being that you want the most expensive meal, condoms go good with lobster." In other words, hint, hint, if I'm going to pay for a lobster dinner for you and sides, you better have a condom waiting for later because I need some coochie after that fucking dinner. If I'm paying all that money, you better give it up. And I laughed so much, I almost fell off this fucking chair when I was listening to that podcast. I said, damn it, I wish I would have thought about that a long time ago when I bought that bitch a lobster. But she didn't say what comes with it because she already knew what she wanted. A baked potato and vegetables. But don't ever ask me that question. I got the right answer for that. Man, I laughed so much. I said, this guy's a real ass. It was a good one, though. I know, right? Why does my mom ever ask to try to help my son so hard? Yeah, coochie's on the menu. Crazy. Damn right. Well, one thing about me, like when I take somebody, some people will probably say, "Yeah, you're bullshitting," but I'm telling the truth. I never look to have sex with somebody just because I pay for a meal. Like I don't say like, "Oh yeah, I'm paying all this money. Or I'm paying for dinner like 3 times. You better give it up." Like I would never say that to a woman, period, or I'll never think that. But after the third time, you're gonna pay the fourth time, and if you don't, then it don't. I already know what time it is. But if you never offer to pay, then I know you're just a gold digging hoe. Like that shit ain't happening. A guy ain't supposed to be paying for a woman's dinner every single time they go out. Coochie coochie coo. I dated this chick. My last like decent, well, not decent relationship, but my last like real relationship I had was like a whole year, and it was a while ago, obviously. And she had no problem with paying. Like she'll be like, "Oh, I'm paying tonight, okay?" And I'm like, "You sure?" She's like, "Yeah, yeah, I'll pay tonight." And I was like, "You paid last night." I'm like, "Okay." And plus, you paid for lunch, and you won't take my money, so I'm paying today, and don't you dare pay. I'm like, "All right, cool, whatever." So she paid, and she'll pay like every other time. She was the only woman that I dealt with that actually paid like every other time. Like she was persistent in paying. Whereas everybody else are like, yeah, I'm taking this shit, taking the mom, taking this fucking free dinner, fuck him. And I ain't giving him no coochie. You know what I'm saying? But see that's like a stupid thing to like even do to somebody. You should be paying every other time. Like just be even. Just be equal. Simple. Even if the woman tried paying for me all the time, I would never accept that. I'll be like, oh hell no, babe, no, I'm paying today. Don't you even dare. I even tell the waiter, look, I'll kick your ass if you give her that bill. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Here's the bill. Here's the bill. All right, let me see what does. Hmm. I think that the reason they do that, Jessica, is because they doubt things and they're very suspicious, and they like to like make it seem like it's gossip that they're dealing with. Um, like they want to inflict fear in him as well. Like they want him to hesitate. They want him to be indecisive. They want him to like think that, oh yeah, the man has the power, or the brother has the power, this and that. Like they want to make it seem like, you're the man, you're the boy, you're the guy's this and the guy's that. So like they want to make sure that he doesn't make any bad choices or bad decisions. But they're also like, I think if your son is like shy and doesn't really say too much and just listens, and that's another reason why they try to, manipulate his mind or say certain things to him, or as you said, try to helicopter him. Um, but they want him to like they want to see if there's anything he's hiding, or he hesitates when he talks, or he might say something that to try and get something out of him. Just make sure they don't interrogate him, because that's what they might try to do. Like they don't, yeah. That's the thing. Like with when you said when my dad, brother, and I speak to him. So like when your dad's brother speaks to him, Like I feel like he feels like a maturity level there, and they feel like they feel more confident. He feels more confident when when your dad's brother speaks to him. But when your mom and sister speak to him, he doesn't like he ignores the opportunities they give him, or he ignores what they say, or he shies off of it. I think he knows what's going on. Like I don't think he's oblivious to it. Like he knows they're shady, and he knows like he actually fears them a little bit, but like a reasonable fear, not like oh my god. It's like he knows what's going on. I feel like he doubts them and he's suspicious of them, so he knows what's going on. Oh, well, that's why then. Yeah, because I got the Six of Swords here too for him, where it says that once they're like he overcomes whatever they say. Like I think he's got his head on straight. Like he knows what's going on. Like I even though they do what they do to him, he still knows what's going on. He's not like stupid. Uh, I see that he's trying to be mature and he's trying to like distract himself from doing that. But it looks like he will take authority if he has to. Like he'll say something if he wants to. But he's like ignoring it right now. I think he ignores the opportunity to do so because he knows that, hey, look, I know what they're doing. I know what they're about. I know they're shady. I know that they're doing that shit. So, fuck them. Like he knows not to make the wrong choice. That's what they're probably trying to like inflict in his brain, maybe about his choices or what he needs to do. Like they might be trying to tell him how to live his life or what to do with his life or something like that. And then, you know, your brother's like the dad's brother's like, oh no, man, you don't need to do that. You're good, man. Don't worry about this. Or I feel like he's getting good guidance from him. But when your mom and sister talks to him, he knows what time it is. He knows they're shady. And he's heard the gossip about them, so he knows what to expect. Yeah, I mean, no matter what sign they are, there's good and bad in every single one. But I feel like your son knows what's going on. Like he knows what they're about, what they're doing, and why they're doing it. And I think that your mom and your sister just want to try and control what he thinks or control what like they might interrogate him. I don't know if they do that, but if they do interrogate him, like he might be like, "Yeah, I know what they're up to. I know what they're doing. So I'm not gonna like, feed into this or give into it." Yeah, January 20th is still like January 20th is like pretty much the beginning of Aquarius in some people's astrology. But like that's like the beginning of Aquarius. So there's still like not really an Aquarius. Kind of sort of. Yeah, I see that he will if he has to. But I think he ignores the opportunity to do so because he just like ignores them. He shies away from it. Where he's like, yeah, I know what they're about, so I'm not dealing with it. So I wouldn't even worry about it. I think he can hold his own. Yeah, I think he can hold his own. I don't think I know he can hold his own. So you don't have to worry about that. I know it's annoying and it's frustrating to know that they do that, but sometimes like you just gotta let the person that you let your son deal with it. And after he does it, he'll be like, yeah, they'll be like, yeah, we can't pull wool over his eyes. So yeah. I know it's annoying and I know it's frustrating, but sometimes you gotta let the your children to take care of their own mess or to take care of a mess that they're dealing with. Yeah. I need to get out of here. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. I wasn't expecting to be on this late, but I know how it is. I end up talking and having fun. I've been on here for like 3.5 hours now. It says I can't believe how much time flies when I come on here. I came on early thinking I'm gonna get off early, and that's not possible. I end up talking, and then that's it. Having fun. And next thing you know, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Fuck's sake. Well, that's the age when they speak up and they start, swearing, and not start swearing, or they feel comfortable saying anything they want to say. Yeah, my nephews are my youngest nephews are 16 and 14, and my oldest is 21, and they're all like defending themselves. They don't take no shit. I've taught them well, especially the younger ones. The 16-year-old, he says that if he ever sees his dad, he's gonna fuck him up or fuck him off and tell him how worthless he is. And I was like, well, you're 16 years old, and you're 6 foot tall, so you can say whatever you want. I ain't gonna stop you. I told him when I was 16, I was just like how I am now. I'll tell you about yourself. I'll fuck you off, and I'll tell you about yourself, and I wouldn't even care. And if you get offended, that's your problem. I ain't changed one bit. I'm still the same person I was years ago. I'll never change with my attitude and defending myself or telling people about themselves. That's not a problem. Yeah, he'll be fine. I don't think he's gonna have a problem with them. He knows what they're about. He trusts your judgment too. Yeah, he'll control their asses. Yeah, I can see that. He's very stable. He's fine. Yeah, let him hate. My sister and my brother hate on me too. It's cool. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. All right, cool. Appreciate you too. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go get some sleep, and I'm going to take this damn dog outside so she could pee, so she don't get up during the night and aggravate me. Yeah, that's all. He'll be fine. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I should be here tomorrow, no problem. Um, I might come on during the day. I'll see how things go and see what the weather's like. But I should be here tomorrow in the evening time, probably. I might come on during the day. I'll see what happens. See how life is. See how my day goes. Yeah, growing German Shepherd. All right, Jessica, take care, sweetheart. Always a pleasure. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care.